What does it look like when you're like shoveling the meals down? Like, is it like a sound?
What's up and welcome back to the Section 10 Podcast, episode 594, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your soon-to-be 2026 World Series champion Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building.
In the motherfucking building. Brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie, who is not here. We got 2K. We got Mikey Eamon in the house.
Hey.
We're talking socks. We are talking some socks tonight because I feel like a lot and nothing has happened at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Red Sox, I actually I saw the tweet. What, T?
I have 4.5 pages of topics and notes.
Okay,
It's actually less than I thought. Yep.
Yeah. So you want to take the show off or something or what?
No. But
Slacking?
I feel like we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, busy day.
No? Why are you making me feel bad?
I'm just saying 4.5 seems kind of light.
It's just not a lot of notes, T.
Yeah.
These notes are bangers, okay?
Kind of like off season, just slacking off type shit.
No, I grind 162, 365,
All right.
24/7.
I'm just making sure.
There you go.
I'm just making sure.
7-Eleven.
See, I just want to make sure you're good. You know?
369.
Yeah. The fuck.
Facts.
Yeah, I did lose my train of thought, as does tend to happen when T puts his finger up to say something that doesn't need to be said. What was I saying, Steve?
I don't know. You were rolling, and then I saw the finger go up, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what, T? You know what? I saw that. Yeah, motherfucker. I saw that tweet. Where you just dropped a hard F right in the tweet. People were swerving all over. Yeah, you went from protesting to I'll take my sentence real quick.
He just said to me, like, what the hell? And then it's the most obvious suspension of all time. Yeah.
That was a crazy ass tweet, T. That was rage bait. That was classic vintage rage bait. For anyone, I'm not going to repeat it on the show. No, I can't do that. But T had some choice words after the Luis Perales trade, and we'll get to it. I don't need you to speak your piece right now. I did, however, want to talk about just where we're at right now. I feel like there's a lot of it's the Office meme with the guns out, but it's all Red Sox people pointing it at each other. It's not a good situation. You've got fans going at other fans. That fans are restless right now. People are attacking media members. People are definitely attacking John Henry, who sold the Pittsburgh Penguins today. People are attacking Craig Breslow. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. The tweet that was going around, it was the Red Sox and the Nationals were the only two teams who hadn't signed a free agent, and then the Nationals signed one. And then I went on MLB Network, and they were like, the Red Sox and the Rockies are the only two teams who haven't signed free agents. And I was like, that's mean. I saw a tweet earlier that said the Red Sox and the Nationals. So that means that people are just like, the Rockies don't even count, so we're not going to put them on this list. Which on a league-owned network, I feel like is probably frowned upon to say that out loud. But it's just, you can't just like surprise me with that in real time. So the Red Sox are now, alongside the Rockies, the only team who have not signed a free agent yet this winter. And there's a lot of buzz, none of it good about the Red. Yes, Tyler.
Would you like to guess how many trades Craig Breslow has made this offseason?
3?
9.
Yeah, I think that storyline's the absolute dumbest thing going right now by a long shot. And they've all, for the most part, been 40-man, like, major league trades. Even the Perales deal, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Like, that's 40-man for 40-man. Like, we've been as
You're part of
active
the
as
team.
literally any team in baseball this offseason, just because we haven't fucking signed one of these shitty free agents. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's not a smart take, Coley. I feel like
It's a bad free agent class. That's been the take on this class for 2 years now. It's not a good free agent class, Jared.
I get it, but like there are free agents that they could have signed that they did not, and free agents that they should sign that are still out there. Pete Alonso.
Name one. Why did 59 teams turn him down?
Well, a lot of teams.
I don't know that happened.
There was 2 off seasons where it was literally 0 teams other than the Orioles wanted to sign him.
I mean, I think the Red Sox wanted to sign him
for minimum wage. That's not wanting to sign someone.
That's not an indictment on Alonso. That's more of an indictment on the Red Sox.
That's an indictment on the Orioles for paying a guy no one else wanted to pay.
Well, yeah, the Orioles are the Orioles. That you're going to have to overpay to come play in Baltimore.
But they were bidding against no one.
I guess they were bidding against the Red Sox. That to me seems like the Red Sox probably had like their like shitty 3-year offer with like a 4th-year option or whatever it was probably the best offer out there. And then the Orioles were like, or like the Alonso camp had to be like, you know what? If you double it, we're coming to Baltimore and we're going to love that shit. Whatever. I digress. I feel like people are tuned into this episode to hear about 2 things. The Luis Perales trade being the latter option, but the Alex Bregman situation right now is the hot button topic. But I do want to remind folks at home that Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. I'm going to be playing some Underdog Fantasy during the NFL playoffs. They lost on Sunday, yeah?
Yeah, they did, unfortunately.
I checked the score in the 4th quarter and they were winning, and then I saw like the news the next day and they were like, big tough loss for the Patriots. I was like, how the fuck did they lose? They were winning.
Will say I was using the Underdog app all weekend, especially all NFL Sunday, and it's as clean as it's ever been. It's updated. Everything looks nice, polished. Like, you got to get in the Underdog app if you're not in there.
You got to do it. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. It's JARED to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Jared. Yeah, so the Alex Bregman thing, it's a very very sussy right now.
It's a very situation right now.
Yeah. It's a very sussy sitch going on right now. And before we get into it, because I posted on Threads first, and I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this. And then, people will screenshot my Threads post and put it on Twitter, and then it gains traction. Now I feel I have to address it on Twitter. So I go on Twitter, and I was like, these things are fluid. These situations.
I go onto MySpace, right? I put this out there. For some reason, people think I should address this on Twitter.
I go on Buddy Pick. Coley?
If T was doing this, you would kill him. You would absolutely have him
He would be
slaughtered.
murdered. He would be murdered immediately.
Doing what?
If he had info and went to Threads with it instead of Twitter?
I didn't at the time. I literally just fucking explained this whole situation to you guys off camera.
I know.
I literally did
funny.
that. Yeah. I gave you the whole backstory of why, when, and how.
Of course.
Yeah.
I continue.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't have the info at the time that I posted on Threads.
Mm-hmm. You were connecting dots.
I was connecting dots, and boy, was my hunch correct. So I had a bad feeling, and this I'll say I guess I can kind of like spell it out for everyone now. It all started at the Section 10 Christmas party for all religions and atheists featuring John Bon Jovi, who, by the way, didn't show up.
Just like me.
Not for Steve. This is for Jovi.
He feared me because he knew if he showed up, he was going to end up in a fucking grave.
In the dirt.
Why do you hate him so much?
Because he should be dead.
Why? That's crazy to say.
If you're dead in my head, then I just, moving forward, I have you labeled as dead. I can't, make you alive.
Now he's never going to show up to the Christmas party for atheists and all religions.
He better not.
Steve?
This is a big moment. Jovi's joining the one-timer club for suspensions, and shout out to the suspensions club for reminding all of us it was Adam Wainwright that he's joining on that list. We were trying to figure out who AW is. It's Wainwright. So,
why did he get suspended?
He was saying that word in the booth. He was saying it a lot, by the way. He was like, F. Yeah, it was a lot.
He had to go for that. Yeah. So at the Section 10 Christmas party for all religion. By the way, everyone who came, thank you so much. It was awesome. Hell of a turnout, and it was great.
Shout out to you guys, by the way. Shout out to you and T. Everything looked awesome, and Mikey and everybody behind the scenes. Corey
and the Woo Sox. Shout out to
the
Woo Sox,
obviously. But Woo! you guys did a great job. T is Santa, incredible. Loved every second of it.
Yeah, man. The Woo Sox. They heard that we wanted to do the Christmas party for all religions and atheists, and they were like, why not Polar Park? And my first instinct was because it's in Worcester and that's pretty far from Boston. But I mean, the Section 10 people out there, they will travel for Santa Claus. That is now a proven fact.
I traumatized a lot of kids.
You did, which was weird.
What? They thought I was the real Santa, and then they started like climbing on me and grabbing on me.
I think they were confused.
And I just didn't want to ruin Christmas.
So
yeah, you were dressed like him.
Yeah, I played the role well.
Yeah.
The beard wasn't on all night, T, was it? It wasn't on the whole time?
No.
We made an executive decision because at one point I was dripping in sweat that we had to take some of the hair off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like before anyone had even arrived, like I was soaking wet. Like Jared saw me and he was like, you need to sit down for a moment, cool off. So we did.
There you go.
Anyways. So at the Section 10 Christmas party for all religions and atheists featuring John Bon Jovi, who didn't show up, we did like a Q&A, and someone in the crowd said, can you FaceTime Alex Bregman right now? And I was like, you know what? Sure. Why not? So I FaceTime him, and it's ringing. And no answer, which is, it's not like, I would say he's like an 80% pickup rate. It's not every time, but it's most times. And if he doesn't answer, then he'll at least like text and be like, hey, like I'm working out, call you back, whatever. Like he'll at least let you know like why and when and all that. Didn't get that, but we were doing the Christmas party. So like, I'm not even like thinking that he didn't answer. Like it wasn't like in the back of my head. So the next day, the pictures from the event come out, and there was a picture of me FaceTiming him. So I texted it to him, and I was like, this is a picture of me FaceTiming you. Like someone in the crowd asked me to FaceTime you, and that's what that was. Ha, nothing. And I was like, that's odd. Then I get my Duran PTSD, and I was like, did he unfollow me? Like, did I say something to make him mad? No, that wasn't the case. And then, you start asking around like, hey, you heard from Bregman in a while? Like with like Red Sox folks. You heard from Bregman? No. You? No. Oh, he hasn't answered. So then, you start poking around some more because you're curious about that. That's odd. And the rumor is that's a Boris directive. That Boris is like, if we're gonna do this, then you gotta go ghost on people that are trying to like influence your decision or whatever. So that's kind of like where we're at. And then that's why I was like, this is not super ideal. It wasn't indicative of anything, but it was more like not good. Like this is not how this went last winter. I can tell you that. So then what's today? Wednesday? Monday night, I just get done watching Monday Night Raw. And Steve, I'm sure you were fired up.
Don't even get me started. I cried.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, I definitely got misty. I mean, for it to end like that, we could go for an hour. Let's just.
Well, that was Saturday. That was Saturday. You were watching it again, you mean?
Yeah, dude, come on. Isn't that what everybody does? Don't they always like, all right, let me take a day, let me watch some football. Right. Now on Monday, I'm going to watch the rerun. Right.
Yeah. So then on Monday, I'm talking to someone who, by the way, not affiliated with the Red Sox, not affiliated with the Alex Bregman camp. And because like I was getting people being like, how do you feel about only furthering, like you're directly in contact with Bregman and you're furthering his message and creating leverage for him against the Red Sox and this and that. I'm like, haven't talked to him. Have not talked. Like it's not coming from the Boris people. It's not coming from the Bregman people. Like that's just an assumption that's not correct. And then I just, got told, hey, Arizona's the threat. And I was like, Arizona. And then we started talking about it in the scoop shop, and Coley's like, I'm kind of pissed that I didn't think of that team. Like, it makes perfect sense. Like, they had Suarez over there. Suarez is a free agent. Like, they randomly will just come out of nowhere and spend money. They've done that in the past with Zach Greinke that one offseason. They were like, hey, you're going to be the highest paid pitcher of all time by the D-backs. They just did it with Corbin Burns. So they be doing that shit sometimes. So again, like, this is like a, you know, when people are like, oh, is it just like one source? Like, you're just going to trust that one person? When I tell you that this was like a fucking gathering of information from a multitude of places throughout the entire league to just figure out what the hell is going on here. So once we learn it's Arizona, like, well, all right, like, I understand, like, he lives out there, and yeah, they splurge sometimes. So the report came out today. It was Mark Feinstein said that Bregman's looking for a 5-year deal, correct?
Yes.
So one of the people who I trust was like, yeah, the D-backs, they're thinking 6. I was like, oh, all right. So if they're thinking 6, then that, I was like, am I crazy to say that they would be the front runner in this situation? So all that to say that some of these people will believe that no, like, it ultimately, it's up to Bregman, you know, like, say the Red Sox are at 4 with an option, you know, something like that. Make it like, call it a 5-year deal. Okay. Like, 5 years with Boston versus 6 years with the D-backs. It's, you know, you're taking less to stay in Boston, but if you really like it, which I believe he did, then yeah, like, I don't know. Ultimately, for me, being a Bregman guy, I want him to make the decision that, like, obviously I want him here, but I want him to make the decision that he's happy with, that his family's happy with, and all of that stuff. But yeah, the D-backs just came out of fucking nowhere and threw a foil into this. And that's why I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling super great about it anymore. And I'm not trying to cause mass chaos or panic in the streets or anything like that. But the second I started talking about it, that's when you had every other fucking reporter after that being like, nope, like, it's legit. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I still don't think that the ship has sailed and that he's not, like, I can't just outright be like, well, we're fucked. He's not coming back. I don't feel that way yet, but I do absolutely feel threatened. Yeah.
But that was a big thing for Corbin Burns as well, was the fact that for spring training and playing in the regular season, you can live in one place. You don't have to worry about travel. We know Bregman has a very young family. So if a team is offering 6 years and you go back to what he turned down with the Tigers a year ago, it was 6,171. Like, that's the number he's going to kind of be working with. And we know for Scott Boras, it's always, can you beat that original long-term deal that you got offered? Whether it was that extension Pete Alonso turned down before 2024, that's always the number they're going to kind of be chasing. But it seems like stuff around the Red Sox, you know, obviously Mark Feinstein today says he heard it was a long shot, talking to some sources around the game. McAdam's going over it very differently. He said this on Fenway Rundown. Reading the tea leaves and talking to people around the game, you can't feel optimistic about Bregman coming back to the Red Sox. There was a lot of smoke about Bregman and the D-backs, and other teams willing to go longer on deals than the Sox seem to be. Now, when you drop the D-backs in 6 years, it's like, holy fuck, we haven't heard a single report. We've heard the same teams over and over again with Bregman, right? It's been the Tigers, it's been the Cubs, like, you know, maybe the Mariners somehow getting in on that market. But after that report last week, and I think this is where this whole thing gets interesting, because even Cotiyo on Fenway Rundown.
I want to clarify. I don't know if he has 6 years in hand from Arizona, but was told it's likely that the D-backs are willing to go there, whether it's 6 guaranteed or 5 with an option. They're willing to go in the 6 range to get it done. Whether or not he has that, I don't know.
Yeah. Cotiyo on Fenway Rundown in response to McAdam was very hesitant to lock in with where McAdam was. It was kind of saying he looked back at a year ago when there was this big push around this time that Bregman and the Astros were coming back together. At that time, Chandler Rome down there, who's a great beat reporter down there, was kind of saying like, no, none of this is true. But on the national level, it started to blow up and get kind of crazy. at that point, it really was kind of Boris pushing this campaign to get other bidders in. It is interesting timing looking at the Mariners a week ago. That uncomfortable report that came out. Essentially, it looked like he was begging for suitors, for people to go out and throw a contract. So I don't know. It's interesting to see just what's floating out there and what people are talking about. But Stats today had his thing saying, you talk to people around Jersey Street, and a lot of people thought they had him in his back pocket. Now they're clenching their assholes. And they're like, fuck, we really might not have him.
Well, that's because they played it like, oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. It's fucking Breggy. It's Breggy.
Come on, why not, dude? Of course he'd come back. I gotta say though, like, I'm the same way. Granted, we're fans. It's easy for us to look at it and be like, come on, it's Alex. Like, he's gonna play for the Red Sox. He loved it here. Blah blah blah. You hear the same stuff about the intangibles. And I see T tweeting about it all the time with like, oh, it'd be great to see him talking with Anthony again and teaching him and Marcelo. And I fully agree. It's just every day that goes by, I feel less and less confident that he's coming back. Not even in like a dramatic way, more just in a team's going to scoop him and the Sox are going to be okay with it. They can't be too okay with not having Alex Bregman back unless they have like a legitimate plan for what's going to happen if he's not here, which I don't think they would have that set in stone right now. Like, you can't expect Marcelo Myers just going to have a fully healthy season and just slot in at third base and be totally fine, even though when he was there, he was really good defensively. The thing with Breggy right now that's jumping out to me, and I had to do it, not even in a dramatic way, had to mute him on Instagram. The workout video, like, we know you're working out, my brother. Like, this is getting crazy. I don't know if I've seen anyone post more workout videos or pictures than Alex Bregman has in the last couple of days. It's funny to me when these guys post that much in the offseason of the workout stuff.
You mute everybody, though.
No, I know, but not on IG. Like, IG is a lot different than Twitter. Twitter floods the feed. IG is like, yeah, what pics, what videos you got? But yeah, no, more just to say, like, we know you're working out. We know that's going on, and everybody does it. It's not just Bregman, but what else are these guys going to be doing in the offseason? I do love when Brock hopped on here a couple of years ago and was like, everyone says hashtag, he said hashtag no offseason. He's like, I'm hashtag yes offseason, man. Like, just enjoy the offseason. If you're working out, you don't need to post every single one. I'm not even like calling out Breggy. It's more just it was exactly eye-opening. No, a little, maybe a smidge. But it was more just eye-opening how many workout vids we got when it's like, yeah, I can assume you're probably doing that. Having said that, I'd be devastated if he's not back. I really, really, really want Alex Bregman back on this team. And, hearing what you're saying, Jerry, hearing what anyone else is putting out there, it's not super promising right now. And yet I'm still the guy that's always like, wait, everybody, don't flip out. Once you start getting past New Year's, which was the same thing last year, it was around like the first week of January, and we're like, what the hell's going on? And then, sure enough, a month later he signs, but it starts getting a little uncomfy, I'd say, right now.
I don't think it's going to take that long.
Probably not. You think within the next month he'd be signing?
I don't think that this is going into February. I think he wants to make a decision.
Oh, February, I'd be surprised. But I'm just saying, like, let's say mid-January, if he's got it.
Yeah, like I know he was antsy around this time last year.
Yeah. Him not replying to you is eye-opening, and I understand what you're saying about like the no Red Sox personnel, but you're like obviously
Red Sox adjacent. But
Red Sox adjacent, and you're like a legitimate friend. So I was like, don't love hearing that.
I'm not taking it personally. If he's listening, sometimes he does. I don't take it personally. I'm not mad at you. I get it. I play the game, make your money, and do what's best for your family. But I think,
real quick, Alex, if you're listening, the workout videos are great. I think show the younger audience.
I guarantee you, he's listening. to this.
I want more Rob Wrestling,
and I want him to fucking block you on Instagram for that. You don't deserve
I'm not even
it.
calling him out. I'm not even calling him out.
You are calling him out.
You said you had to mute him.
Yeah, you muted the guy.
Well, I hate workout videos. I don't work out. I'm just like, oh, okay, you're working out.
That's a you problem.
I'm saying it's a me problem. I'm saying it's a me problem, but it's just like,
get your fat ass in the gym and start fucking moving around.
Jerry, that's a separate conversation, and you're not wrong. It's just,
I know.
It's flooding the feed. It's flooding the feed.
Listen,
it couldn't be easier to just keep moving on Instagram.
Yeah, just boop, done.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
For 24 hours, gone.
You don't have to keep booping. You can swipe off and just go to the next person.
Yeah. You can just scroll. It's not that hard. But I think the workout videos are great, and he's inspiring the youth and myself, and we need it.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That Boris, maybe just advice, like don't talk to anyone. It lines up when he changed his Instagram too and took the Red Sox picture out.
Hey, I play the game, man. I respect the hell out of it, and I want him to get every penny that is owed to him. I hate, being in this situation where we don't know if he's coming back, and now the D-backs are a serious player, and I think the Seattle stuff was probably not anything threatening, but the D-backs for sure, just because they have a chance to win, they have the money, they have the position open, and it's home. So yeah, that's a threat to me for sure.
I it feels like the D-backs got so tired of fielding Craig Breslow's shit offers for Ketel Marte. They were like, wait a minute.
Fuck it.
Don't you have an open? Didn't you just lose a third? But we need a third baseman. We weren't even thinking about this, but because we fucking can't stand talking to you so goddamn much, we're gonna sign Alex Bregman.
I will also say, of course, the entire Rafael Devers conversation is getting louder and louder because
it will be deafening.
Yeah, exactly, and it should be when the guy you brought in. Emphasizes your leader.
On that, you're getting no complaints here, Coley.
You can't say anything.
A few weeks ago, he had nothing to do with this free agency by someone on this panel.
A few weeks ago, when we had a fucking dandy old time doing this podcast, and Coley dropped in from the clouds crying about Rafael Devers. Yeah, I'll tell you that's not applicable to the discussion. But if Bregman signs anywhere but the Boston Red Sox, if anyone wants to bring up Rafael Devers, have at it. But until that happens, it's not applicable.
It's also, why are they picking Bregman?
What do you mean?
Why are they picking a guy who is going to cost more and isn't as good as Ketel Marte?
They don't play the same position. What are you talking about?
What are you getting at?
Talking about Arizona.
Ketel Marte is going to get traded if Bregman lands there. That's been the reporting around the situation.
Oh, even though you're another fucking guy that can't let shit go. You're obsessed with the clubhouse stuff.
Robert Murray made a point today, and he is awesome at what he does on his stream, being like, this guy is one of the best beat reporters in all of Major League Baseball. The work that went into that story, if you throw him to the side like he's some rando, you're not giving him his proper respect. So to act like that story is worthless and not meaningful, there's something there. And if you're going to value a guy who's
if he's such a great reporter, then what is there? Because all we have is that his house was robbed, he was upset about it, and someone said something about his mother who passed, and he was upset about it. How is that a clubhouse issue?
That is not what's in the story.
What's in the story then?
You're
keep talking about
it for extra days off type of thing. Is that what you're alluding to?
And it goes back to a previous season before that. It didn't start this year. It also goes to Torey Lovello being scared and not willing to have conversations with him because he shuts down and sulks and isn't willing to have convos. Now, listen, I'm going to make this very clear. I like Ketel Marte. I'm okay dealing with a guy, a superstar who
sound like you like him as much as Steve likes Alex Bregman's workout videos.
Yeah, no. All I'm saying here, and this is my issue with part of where the Red Sox are approaching this and everything that's going on here. Sometimes superstars, guess what? They're not easy to deal with. Sometimes they're going to be a little bitchy. You got to handle them a certain way. That's what it is. You got to do it. Not everybody's Aaron Judge and they're the stand-up perfect guy in the world. But for an organization that shoved Rafael Devers outside the door,
goddamn fucking show. Aaron Judge has been one of the Yankees' biggest problems from how he talks and who he picks to be on that fucking roster, Tyler. He's not perfect. You idiot.
Love you judging.
As the kind of guy in the clubhouse and how he gets along with teammates. That's all I'm saying. When you're talking about shipping Devers out because he was such a problem and we really cared about how all the other players were going to be able to grow and be themselves and set the right example, you had to shove that guy out the fucking door. That's how you framed it. We know that's not what it actually was. You thought the contract was underwater in spring training. It's just funny to see how that changes when it comes to, now we need to find someone to actually replace that guy. Ketel Marte, we're more willing to do it. You want to know why? Because you have 14 million AAV. That's why we're more willing to do it. That's all I'm saying. I just think there's hypocrisy in the situation.
Well, he plays defense too.
He does, and that's part of it. But I'm just saying with Ketel Marte, and I like the player a ton. Switch hitter, above average defender. He's going to give you the home run power you're looking for. The best second baseman in the sport. Those things, to throw them away like they're meaningless, they are real, and there's something that should be included in the convo.
They're not meaningless.
They're not meaningless, but I wouldn't. You just did a little radio rant there, T. I don't know if it's like to that level.
But it's also point. Tyler. It's not just they're picking Bregman over Marte. It would be Bregman plus everything they got from Marte. Yep. They're not releasing Marte for anyone to sign. That's part of the equation. And
it's also
wouldn't do it if I were them. I wouldn't do it if I were them. I understand what you're saying. If for me, it doesn't make any sense, but I do see the world where it's like, hey, we could get this guy. We just think he's a better third baseman than he is a second baseman, which I would also disagree with. And they need pitchers, especially if Burns is going to be out this whole year, which he probably will be. And they've been so bad. If they've been bad at anything, it's been signing pitchers. They signed Jordan Montgomery under duress. That didn't work at all, to the point where their GM was like, "We're never fucking doing that shit again." They signed Eddie. And that hasn't worked. They hate him. And then they signed Burns, they thought was perfect, and he immediately goes down. Like the bats, they really haven't had that issue.
Yeah, and I think with where the D-backs are in that conversation, the other thing is going into next year in April, his 10-5 rates will fully kick in. So at that point, he's going to be able to turn down a trade anywhere. So if you don't make the deal now, come the trade deadline, you might not be able to make any deal, because the fact that he was willing to sign that team-friendly of a deal, he's probably going to tell you, I'm fucking good on moving. I want to be here. I'm comfortable in this environment. And I'll also throw the other side of it. Geraldo Perdomo spoke, and I've posted all this on Twitter, spoke up for him and went to say those things. Torey Lovullo has always been a big fan of him, but to act like all that reporting around that situation was reported by like a rando like Pete Abe or some joke of a reporter. It wasn't.
Lovullo at the winter meetings was like, I pray we don't trade this guy. Like, he couldn't have made it more clear he doesn't want to move this guy.
I think, T, it's certainly not nothing, because I read through what you had there, and I don't think it's a jab.
The name's Nick Picoro. He's a beat writer for the Arizona Republic. The article clippings are on there. But he's not some joke reporter. Like that's just my issue.
Nobody said that.
Who's saying this? Are these just people in the replies?
No, some people are just like, the report is meaningless. It's bullshit. It was just speculation. And I'm not saying it was just you guys. I'm saying this has been the conversation on Red Sox Twitter.
I just want it on the record. No one here is trying to disqualify the credibility of the reporter.
No.
I'm just saying that if those are the issues, that it's not that big of a deal to me.
I'll say I was reading through that and I was waiting for the oh shit thing, and it just didn't really pop up. Like his house got robbed and he wanted a couple days off.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's fine. His mom died. Obviously, the thing happened in Chicago. Like, that was terrible. I think if you ran that season back 100 times, that was the 100th worst possible season he could have had, with personal things going on off the field. Also, if you ran it back 100 times for the D-backs, that might be one of the worst seasons that they could have possibly had, for all the outcomes with the players and the roster that they had. And obviously, they almost make the playoffs at the end of the season. But it's not nothing. But at the same time, when you're a guy like Ketel Marte, you're not treated like everybody else. That's just I know people don't want to hear that, but like, he's a star. You're going to get a little bit of different treatment. If that's Verdugo, then he's gone. That's just kind of how it works.
In addition to that, I think how often do we see players who have issues like that go to a new team and they're on their best behavior? Because it's like, this is a new market, it's a new manager, new teammates, new everything. And especially in Boston, when everything is under the microscope, you can't get away with shit like that. There's probably 2 reporters who cover the D-backs full time, so he can just la-di-da do whatever he wants. He's not going to get away with it. You mess up in Boston, you've got 12 dudes at your fucking locker being like, hey, asshole, what's going on here? Like, it's
flip the other way, right? That could flip the other way.
You could say the other way. If something like this goes on, oh no, you're going to have a situation on your hands that, is he going to collapse with how the media treats him here? Is he going to be a guy who doesn't fit in this market? I just think they're all valid questions to have.
Sure, but let's be honest. The Red Sox media is not the big bad Boston media that it used to be. It's not.
It's just it's quantity, not like fierceness. There's just a lot of people.
There's less gotcha opinion. There's less like scathing takedown columns being written. There's a lot of fluff pieces, and I'm not saying that that's wrong, and I'm not criticizing anyone who covers the team like that, because it's what the fans want. Like, today's Red Sox fan, they want to cheer their team. They don't want to tear them down. Like, when we grew up with the Red Sox, it was always like, all right, this team's good. How can we write something shitty about them? How can we call them a bunch of assholes that have no heart and desire? Like, that was the media. But now it's like, hey, like Peyton Tolley's favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip. Read all about it. And that's fine. Like, because fans,
how long could that article be?
Fans want to know more. They want to humanize the players. And it's a different media market than existed 15, 20 years ago. So I'm not saying that he's going to come here and be like, man, this is not Arizona, this sucks, and then pout and whatever. I think you're just not giving him the benefit of the doubt that he had some shitty things happen to him last year and he shut down because of it.
I 100% understand them.
Yeah, I think all things can be true.
100%. All I'm saying is the issues and some of the things cited in here. In recent years, some Diamondbacks players have taken to adding a phrase to comments they make when asked about Marte. He's a great player, they say, when he wants to be. They are giving credit while also airing a grievance. Only Marte can say how his body feels, but his decision to ask for a day off in the final week of the season last year irked teammates. He also raised eyebrows when he said he needed a day off last month in the final game before the break, then was motoring around the bases in Atlanta on a double in the All-Star game. I'm just saying, you can acknowledge those other things in those comments and all that. It's fair. It's all part of the puzzle. I'm okay dealing with a superstar that may not always be the easiest to deal with. This organization wasn't willing to do that with Rafael Devers 6 months ago, and now we're sitting here trying to figure out a solution to how to fix that problem. And we're all worried that if Bregman signs somewhere in the next 2 days, we're never going to fucking hear the end of it. So that's just my issue, and I think there's hypocrisy in that situation.
And I think, stating the obvious here, if the D-backs... So Ken Rosenthal was like, the D-backs can't sign Bregman unless they trade Marte, which I don't necessarily, I don't agree with that. But it's like, okay, the D-backs sign Alex Bregman, and now you've got to pivot your plan or step up your effort to trade for a player from a team that kind of just fucked you. like that's the team that put you in the spot.
Took your girl. Dude, like that's the thing. You're going to make a deal with the guy that just took your girlfriend. Like that's essentially what they'd have to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hazen's an awesome dude. I love Mike Hazen. But yeah, like there's got to be some sort, like let's say they sign Bregman first. Like they don't trade Ketel and then sign Bregman. They sign Bregman and then they worry about the trade later. We can always figure this out. It's an interesting position for the D-backs to be in. It's like, do we want to help you out or do we want to just completely fuck you? Because we have the power to do that. And I don't know. But again, like it's not like if you lose Bregman, the only play left is to trade for Marte. It's like you can entertain Bo Bichette. Like you can sign Bo Bichette. And who is it? Was it Kylie McDaniel that had the projection that had Bo making less than Bregman?
Yeah, I think he made 5/130.
That's crazy. That's how.
I do think Bichette and the report we got today was him waking up. Like if he thought he was sticking at shortstop and he was telling these teams like that's where I want to be. Sorry, you were the worst shortstop in baseball last year. First percentile outs above average. So the fact that he's now telling everyone I'm open to playing second base, it feels like he's starting to get closer to reality. And that should make it easier for him to find the deal he wants. Because if he's looking to get paid as like this elite shortstop, it's not there. If you're more willing to fall in range like what Marcus Semien did at second base, okay, now we're getting to the point where your contract makes a lot more sense. I just don't understand how Bichette doesn't get a longer deal than Alex Bregman.
Yeah, I don't understand how he doesn't get a Blue Moon. Yeah, because Blue Moon was born in a ballpark at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado, so it's no wonder why you crave it. Blue Moon's bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer drinking experience year-round. And for those occasions when you want a lighter option, reach for Blue Moon Light at only 95 calories and 3.6 grams of carbs per 12-ounce serving. It's a refreshingly light alternative beer brewed with real tangerine peel. Looking for a great-tasting non-alcoholic beer? You can try Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Still made with real Valencia orange peel and coriander with just 80 calories. And when we were doing the Q&A at the Section 10 Christmas party for all religions and atheists, I was drinking a Blue Moon on the stage, and T whacked it out of my hand.
That's bullshit. I never even came in contact with you.
I feel like you might have to go for that too.
No, we don't lie around here.
You spiked it into the ground.
No.
And luckily, the world-class bartenders at Polar Park were like, you know what? We got you. It's on the house. So I had that Blue Moon replaced in mere seconds. So I wasn't too upset for too long. Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a wheat beer from Blue Moon with exceptional taste and only 95 calories, brightly brewed with real tangerine peel, tastes light and refreshing. Nothing compares to the great taste of a Blue Moon Light. Blue Moon made brighter. Get Blue Moon Light delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Suck one.
Yeah. So how do we feel collectively? How are we processing the information that we've received this week?
I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. I would say, and tell me I'm being a little dramatic here, because I normally clap back at these people on Twitter that say stuff like this. This is messing with the holiday season a little bit. The lack of the lack of action right now. I'm like, damn, Christmas is coming up. We got like Christmas in a week right now, and I'm worried about what this roster is going to look like in 2 months. Then again, having said that, we are 2 months from pitchers and catchers, so there's a decent amount of time left. A lot of things can happen. I try not to read into the little reports, listen to what Jerry's saying, listen to what's going on in the scoop shop. For people in the comments asking about the scoop shop, it's all negative. It's not like you're going to get some like breaking news thing that comes up like, oh, everything's going well. It's not good news. It's not good vibes, but of course, as we've seen in past off seasons, that can change very quickly. So hoping we get something that uplifts us fast, because right now I don't like where we're going. Don't like this path at all.
Cool.
Yeah. I had a Yankee fan asked me how I felt about the Red Sox offseason yesterday. And this was after we had traded away my sweet, sweet boy, Luis Perales. And I said, fine. And it wasn't because of a Yankee fan asking me, but it's because like I was vehemently against signing Schwarber and Alonso. And I'm not going to be that upset if we don't keep Bregman. Like I know everyone else in the fan base will be, but I won't be. So that's where it's just like none of the guys I've really cared about. None of the big move to me is still like, what are we going to do with our outfield? Which we seem to have more teams involved in that now, which is good. But until that happens, it's like, I don't know how to judge this. The only guy that's been signed that I know we wanted and I wanted was Cease. And that was the only thing. And most people were pissed about that deal. So why would I'm not going to keep bringing it up. Like, yeah, I would have liked it. I understand why they didn't go to 7 years. It is what it is. And we've added 4 starters, 3 this offseason. So it's like, all right, we'll see how they work out. Like, I don't know. I don't care about the free agent. We haven't signed a free agent part of it as much as MLB Network does. What? Should I not say MLB Network?
No, you're good.
Yeah, you can have whatever opinions you want. Clearly, I get blamed for your opinions all the time. You can say whatever you'd like, Coley.
I'm not laughing at that.
Oh, what are you laughing at?
I thought there was a very clear transition where like it was T's turn right there, and then he was like waiting for you to say something. So I was going to see how long that standoff lasted.
Yeah, go ahead, T.
Oh, Coley made great points.
I'm anxious. I think I described post Pete Alonso as like the warning light and the card kind of popped on, but I wasn't ready to panic. It does worry me that the Red Sox internally seem to feel so confident that Bregman was going to fall into their laps, or that they knew or thought that they were going to have him in the bag, because that makes me question what's the plan if he doesn't end up coming here. Because the way Breslow spoke, he definitely seemed to frame Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber as the thumper in the middle of the order he wanted, and never makes an offer to Kyle Schwarber, even though we hear from Robert Murray how much they loved him, right? They just never made an offer. And Pete Alonso, it wasn't competitive. Right. I think post Bregman, what starts to scare me here is I don't have a lot of faith that they'd be aggressive on Bo Bichette. We heard from Julian McWilliams a week ago that his current market they were already kind of out at. He's still been connected to the Red Sox through Cotiyo. I do think in a world where Bregman isn't here and you go to Bichette, I think you can make an argument Bichette's a better fit for where the Red Sox are at. But I do worry that if you're not in on Bichette and all of a sudden Bregman walks, you don't have a lot of leverage in these Ketel Marte talks. And instead of being the aggressor this offseason, you're kind of sitting back and letting everything come to you. And I was just hoping for them to be a lot more aggressive with this market, with the financial flexibility they did have. And with seemingly the holes they need to fill up, on the team being pretty straightforward, they'd be aggressive about it. Now I'm sitting back here and I'm like, it seems like they're very okay just sitting back and letting things play out. And I don't love that when I feel like you have a chance to go out and win a World Series and we have essentially 3 positions in the infield that aren't spoken for. And even on the Durant front, if you're waiting out Cole Reagans or whatever it may be, it's like, okay, cool. I understand that eventually you need to start to figure out this log jam, because if you're waiting around for the perfect deal and it doesn't come, are we going to end up settling and then saying, let's see how it plays out and take it to the trade deadline? Even though you're not going to tell other teams you're desperate to move an outfielder. I get that.
For sure.
But I also sit here and say, the more time that passes, the less holes you fill, the less opportunities that are out there. And it'd be nice to throw some money at a problem instead of having to attach prospects to everything you do.
Well, you say they have all these holes. Do you think Craig looks at it that way? Because I don't.
I think there's a fair question to that. I think he looks at first base, and I think he's a believer in Tristan Casas. It's more, will he be available by the time the season starts? I think he'd probably tell you a Casas and Romy Gonzalez platoon would at least be, correct, in that 15 range. They were 21st, I believe, in WRC plus this past season. Bottom 3 in outs above average at the position as well. And then you have Marcelo there. I would just sit there and say, well, you're not fixing the home run issue, which you sat and you were 23rd after Rafael Devers got traded last year, 9th before he did. And you have that runners and scoring position problem as well. And a lot of the remaining targets at that point, at least on the free agent market, carry some significant warts. Whether you want to talk Murakami, who's going to come and there's major strikeout problems, or, a Eugenio Suarez, there's strikeout problems. I love Okamoto. I've talked about it a ton. I like Wilson Contreras a lot. So there's pathways there. It's just, where are you going? Thank you, Coley. Yes, new blog on the Sports Hub website. Coley's better at promoting my stuff than I am.
Right, Jared pushed the fuck out of it too.
I appreciate it, Jared.
QT action.
Always doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think. By the way, he did text me for anyone that was asking. He's becoming more coachable, and he cited me for.
That was.
Oh my god! Actually, do we have the applause button? I don't think I've ever seen T do that. That was a big deal.
It was actually one I was worried about you citing, because it was, and while it was out there, it wasn't like confirmed. So you confirming it was, I thought, a bold choice.
The one time he does, it wasn't public yet. Like, damn it, Tyler.
I waited for Jared to do the kicking the tires thing with Nightingale, and I was like, okay, he's confirmed it essentially. I was like, go. Right. I just always, and I've said it a million times, I never wanted to put Jared in the crosshairs where if something didn't play out the way it was supposed to, like the Xander thing, all of a sudden everyone's looking at him, because as you used to always say,
really bad. That specifically would have been really bad.
And I honestly, not to reveal too much, but back then, me and Jared, we had started doing the podcast together. That was the first real stuff that was starting to get shared and kind of talked about, and I was seeing the behind the scenes stuff for the first time. But I just never wanted him to get put in the crosshairs, because Jared says it. I'm not a reporter. I tell you what I hear. That's all. And I just always try to keep that line very, very separate. But I think you're seeing with the aggregators, and there's been a lot of aggregator on aggregator crime going on Twitter the last week. The beat reporters are sick of certain stuff and how it's being framed. There's a lot. Boston Strong is getting clocked daily on the timeline by
Boston Strong. Everyone getting shit wrong for 12 years, to my knowledge.
To the point where it's like, that's what that account does. Like, if that account's getting shit right, there's a big problem. So I actually respect the consistency.
Back in the day, I've already said this on the podcast before, but that account used to just tweet shit as if it was I know this and I'm reporting this, would just take other reporters' stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm you need to fucking cite where this is from, or link to an article, or tag the fucking person that reported this. Obviously it's not you. That account has been doing dumb shit for over a decade.
And would then get upset at the reporters that are like, hey, just credit next time would be great. And it'd be like, fuck you. It's like, okay, well, that's a double negative, but sick.
For over, I, to an extent, I respect the grind. That account will be single, Jarren Duran single, advance to second base on a pass ball. Live tweets every fucking thing that has happened for over a decade, but does it in a way where it's this is not how this should be done, or how you by now that you're doing it in an asshole way, and you just continue to do it.
That would be fun to just pick a game this year. We just get a game where we're just saying what's happening. Just Jarren Duran, catch, left field, that's 2 outs.
That's what Boston Strong does every fucking game. To my I don't know when the account was created or when he or she started doing it, but I can remember as early as 2013
doing that,
especially for that long. There's a 0% chance.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I don't know, but
maybe for a small stretch. I just can't imagine. Yeah, okay, 11 years. Shout out to her.
Yeah. Speaking of the 162 girls, we've had internal discussions about one of the new merch drops coming up being exclusively for the ladies.
No complaints here.
Yeah, we might have a 162 girls merch drop coming. What's that face, Coley?
Nothing.
What, you don't like women?
No, love them. Made to myself.
Okay, so then what
Coley has made the most women of anyone on the show.
I've inherited the most.
Big fact.
I have a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, you've inherited 3 technically. Yeah.
Did you have an issue with this, Coley?
No, everything's good.
Big fan.
I know what Coley was doing. Everything was good.
What was he doing?
Oh, nothing.
What did I do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I thought maybe I missed something.
I think I will say one of Coley's best skills among many is saying so much with the smallest of sounds. There can be the most minute reaction.
What did he
exactly
say,
what
Steve?
that
What did he
meant.
say, Steve?
Yeah, diagnose it. I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm just saying I would support
Steve,
hell out of that drop.
Hey, Steve, what did he say?
He was saying like, it seems like Steve would like that drop.
I think I know what you think I was saying, but that's not it.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, I don't know then. Yeah, I'm clueless.
I heard a report, and this can get cut because I just find it very funny.
No.
I heard a report that you
wait, this is funny.
more Section 10 merch than anyone alive.
Wait, no, this isn't bad.
I was laughing, being like, Steve could finally save some money if we do it only Bronze drop, where you're not just making it rain on our own merch. That's what my face was. I was not insinuating that you were going to be buying it for broads all over town. That is not
fair. That's fair. Right. I was laughing at that insinuation if that was the case.
You reading me better than you read me.
Yeah, that was a good triple read. Good triple read by you there. Yeah, I am I think the number 1 purchaser of Section 10 merch.
Number 1.
I think that's what it is.
That's correct.
Over the course of seasons, and Jared knows this. I mean, this has been going on for some time. I'll do the giveaways, whether it's from the Section 10 account, my own account.
That's true. I didn't think about the giveaways. That's a good point.
And so they had built up when we didn't have a merch store. And I'm not going to, so I'd keep track of people's handles. And I'm like, I'm not going to just not fulfill these promises that I made to the listeners of this show. So I then purchased all the stuff from Sully's and sent it. Now, would a normal person have been like, hey, Sully's, can I just have this stuff and ship it out? Sure. But I bought all of it and just shipped it out to everybody. They even said well, I don't know why you're doing this. Just come to us. And I like the partnership we have with Sully's. I don't want to be asking for free stuff. So I just, purchased and sent it.
Well, yeah, because I bought it.
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm not trying to make anybody, get ripped off here is my point. I'm let's just do this the normal way and just go about it.
Very noble. Very genuinely noble.
But it was very funny to get that text from Mikey, I will say. He's like, you were the number 1 purchaser of Section 10 merch.
I thought for certain I would have put the mortgage on Gundy being number 1.
Oh,
so when I heard it was Peralta, I said, what?
So that's what's crazy is that if Steve is number 1, how much does he have or how much does he purchase? Because if he's above Gundy, we can kind of just budget out what he's bought, which is everything. So Steve has bought everything plus.
Right.
You know what's funny right now though? Because Gundy, I know you're listening, brother. Award-winning Joey Gundy.
Yeah.
He's going to hear this and be like, okay.
Yeah, he's going to step it up now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you think you get more merch to me? Yeah.
Joey Gundy award winner, Joey Gundy.
Yeah. He's about to go crazy on that website.
Jared, is it fair for me to say that Steve Peralta has a better shot at Joey Gundy Award of the Year next year than he does Peralta?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think Steve is definitely gonna. He has a big chance of winning the Joey Gundy Award. Not so much the Peralta of the Year.
Did you have a specific? Because I know this was your idea. It's a great idea to come up with this award. Was there a specific word for word description of who wins the award?
It's unequivocally the most diehard Section 10 fan of the year. That could be attending events, buying merch, engagement on social media, this and that, enthusiasm when you're at a ballpark, you're wearing the merch, you're taking pictures, you're sending it to us, you're holding up signs, coming to the Halloween party dressed as the tree that fell on Jeff Passan, stuff like that. It's about the enthusiasm, not just for the show, but the culture around the show.
Okay. I guess my follow-up there would be, can someone on the show win it? Because that kind of seems like that's against the point of the award.
I
would guess no.
I think you're the only one that would be eligible. Just based on
because of the based on my purchase history.
Your enthusiasm. Okay. Yeah. It's high.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very high, dude. Number one. I'm just excited that I'm number one in this. I mean, obviously number two in POTY, so I'll take my ones when I can get them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I think you're very much eligible.
All right, perfect.
Section10merch.com.
Joey's, I think, wife now. I believe Joey's married.
Yeah, they came to Section 10 night for their honeymoon.
She's about to get everything from this drop. If we do an all ladies, like she's about to get literally
from you or him.
No, I'm saying from him because he's going to try to pass me number one.
Sure, but like, you might want a reason to buy women's merch.
Yes, jeez. Yeah, this is all right, Joey. This is a battle, brother. Get ready. This is about to go down. Yeah.
You think Joan will wear
100%. She was wearing a Section 10 hoodie the other day, the 99 one I got for her.
There you go. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think she went on the website.
Guess who bought it? I fucking bought it. Yep.
Does the 99 restaurant tee, should we make a 99 Section 10 hoodie?
I would be very into that. They don't like to acknowledge me.
Well, bad for the brand.
Have you reached out to them at all, like on Twitter?
Well, they did send me gift cards one time as a thank you.
For what?
But
that's
I was hoping to be like a brand
ambassador. They've never acknowledged me. They've given me plenty. They've given me free money.
Well, I feel like that's more like continue to keep him addicted. Like, oh, you keep him addicted, he's going to keep showing up.
Sure.
I just want to be acknowledged. Like, I want to be like a side character in a commercial.
What do you want? What do you want them to do that they haven't done?
I want to be in a commercial.
Do they still do commercials?
I love that he's just making demands now. It's
I want a commercial.
I want year-long free food.
I'm not looking to be the star. I'm not looking to get anything for free. I just want to be in the commercial.
You just said you wanted to be in their commercial.
I just want to be the lead in the commercial. I don't want to be famous or a star.
Not the lead.
Yeah. T wants a sex scene in a 99 restaurant commercial.
When they're bringing the food to the table, like I want to walk by and I'm like, oh, excuse me. And like I'm going to go sit down or I'm at the bar.
I want to block the camera.
Yeah, like I just... some kind of like involvement.
You should be one of the little kids for their Kids Eat Free promotion with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I would have been up for it. I'm growing out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think you have.
I'm like a little nervous to introduce like T to like real people on Saturday. Like we're having like the Christmas party at the house and it's like Train's friends and then like I don't really have friends. I just kind of have you guys. There might be like a couple of my friends. I don't know. But it's mostly just gonna be you guys. It's like I feel like, you know, because T is an extension of me, right? So like Train's friends are gonna be like, oh, like we're meeting Jared's friends for the first time. This is great. And T's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Are you ashamed of me?
No, I'm a little nervy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been invited to a Christmas party before. I think this is my first one.
Okay.
So yeah, I really want to make it a special memory.
Steve?
Here's the thing. Jared.
Jesus Christ! What?
Are
you not coming now?
It's because it's not. It's a good reason. It's a good reason.
It's an awful reason.
No. POTY texted me yesterday. I had completely forgot that on Saturday we are fulfilling the birthday gift for my father, Alan Peralt. Dinner in the North End and Improv Asylum. Is that suspension?
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, my family. I love my daddy. You're like almost 40, dude. Cut the cord. I'm having a fucking Christmas party at my house and I invite you and Dan Peralt and, oh, I can't come because my dad. I gotta hug and kiss my dad. Like, that's crazy. We've been planning this for so long. You had so much time to do whatever the fuck you needed to do. There's 364 other days that this Christmas party isn't happening on, and you fucking picked that night to do this.
The funny thing is, like, I don't think as a family we do like a ridiculously extra amount of stuff, but anytime we do, you make the biggest deal out of it.
All you do is hang out with your family. That's all you do.
I love my family.
We know. They're fucking sick of you. They don't want to see you no more.
What do you guys see? Hopefully it's
to
good.
be fair, like Steve's family is going to be dead one day. So like if he doesn't have these memories right now,
he's not wrong.
We're all going to be dead someday.
You never know how much more time you have with your family.
I could die on Sunday, and you're going to be like, wish I went to that Christmas party.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we spend a lot of time together, though. I know it's virtual. I corrected it by just on the show.
Yeah, virtually doesn't count. That's like
with
being
the
like,
length of these shows, we spend a lot of time together.
I spend a lot of time with Heather I Deep Throat. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
I wasn't ready for that. But yeah, no, I knew you weren't going to be excited about it. I knew it was going to get the hug, kiss your dad thing, all the classics. But yeah,
I mean, am I wrong?
And again, I forgot that we even had this. It's my fault. I should have remembered that this Saturday is when, the whole fam's back for Christmas. And so we're going to North End. Yeah.
I'll be there.
I would love if T would join.
Yeah, he's like not even officially opted in. He's like, last update I got was it's a maybe still.
We're like an 86.8%.
Okay.
You going to be Santa?
98.5, you know what I'm saying?
I'd be willing to do that. What should I bring as like a housewarming gift?
Bubble wrap.
What it's about.
That's not it.
It's not
like a bottle of wine or something.
It's whatever you want to drink.
I want you to bring wine because I'm very curious what you consider to be like an acceptable bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't even think I know what type.
Make sure you peel the $7.99 sticker off of it.
I'm a baller, man.
Wait, so you're going to the North End for dinner and you can't come over after that?
North End dinner and then Improv Asylum tickets. You ever been to the Improv Asylum, Jared? Definitely not. That's like that is the opposite of what Jared's all about. It's one of my favorite places. Jared would not like it. I haven't been in ages. It's been a while.
He would absolutely hate anything.
If Jared had to step in there, he would be like, Steve, this is the dumbest fucking, you go to this with your fucking family, Steve? That's what you would say if you had to go to this.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you'd be with Dan, so you'd be excited. But outside of that, yeah.
So Dan can't come either?
No. See, that's why I thought this was going to be more of a soft landing here, because Dan reminded me of this. He's part of this. Like, it was his idea, honestly, to begin with.
But you're saying, idea. Like, Dan will be within city limits, and he won't be coming to Jared's. Why would that make him happy?
Yeah, that's also fair. It's just, again, I don't want to miss the Christmas party. I knew you were going to get upset. I probably should have waited till off air because I got tossed.
Section 10 is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy can give you the space to create new, meaningful traditions, providing clarity amid holiday chaos. The holidays are a time of traditions. Some people have many in their family.
Mm-hmm.
While some have none or are just beginning their own. Now's the time to reflect on what they mean to you or to rewrite those traditions and make your own, like perfecting a new hot chocolate recipe with the kids or continuing your great aunt's sweet potato pie or having a friend's Christmas party at your house that all of your friends are going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
At least most of them.
Yeah.
Incorporating therapy into your new or existing traditions can help ensure you take time for yourself during what can be a very joyful but sometimes hectic and lonely time of the year. I have a Christmas tradition. We have a Christmas party at my house. It's right before Christmas. I invite all the people who are near and dear to me into my home, and we have a great time, sharing each other's company and being jolly, merry, things of that nature. And listen, I was looking forward to it. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the United States. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically get it right on the first try. If you aren't happy with your match, you can switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recommendations. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This December, start a new tradition by taking care of you. And our listeners get 10% off at betterhelp.com/rocket. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/rocket. Mikey, you coming on Saturday?
I'll be there.
Oh, Mikey's going to be there. I know 2K can't be. He's got a trip that he's going on, but that was already cleared ahead of time. Mm-hmm. That wasn't like a last minute, oh, by the way, type shit.
Yeah.
See?
Is Ace going to be there?
Why wouldn't he be?
Just making sure.
Why are you just making sure?
I just want to know what I'm walking into.
My house.
Is your family going to be there? It's a housewarming.
No, it's a friends thing. It's a friends thing.
Ellen intimidates me.
Why?
I feel like she sees through my stupidity.
She listens to the show.
I think she just acknowledges it.
We all do.
Yeah. It's not
Look
like a
throughs means
thing.
like you're trying to pull one on people. Like you're just T. Like she just sees who you are. Yep.
Sure. We all do.
I can feel the concern in her tone.
Well, she's a mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Damn good one.
Oh, she's one of the best.
Ellen's awesome.
Yeah, she's going to be very happy with her Christmas gift this year. Everyone is. I'm the fucking best Christmas gift guy. Every year.
I'm the man, dude. I'm just awesome.
Yeah, every year. I can't remember. There hasn't been a year that I've taken off. Even when I was a kid. My uncle owned like a discount warehouse. And
classic.
Yeah, he would take me through all the shit that he has, and I would go through and I had a whole list. I would buy a gift for everyone. I've been doing this shit for decades.
You're kind of like Santa Claus.
Huh?
You're kind of like Santa Claus.
Nah, fuck him.
Ooh,
I'm in shape. I'm in shape. Your mouth. By the way,
above the waist.
The road to 200 it's rumbling. It's rumbling down the track right now. Yeah, we're almost there.
Was this last episode? You're getting to 200?
Yeah. It's hard.
Just eating?
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
Muscle 200 or just fat 200?
A little bit of both, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good time of the year for it.
Yeah.
Dude, getting to 200 has been one of the easiest things of my life, and I've maintained it for a long time.
It's so hard.
13 years old, baby. 13 years old.
8th grade, yeah.
Wow. Dude, I'm eating like 6 meals a day, dude.
No, muscle. And
thank you.
Athletes.
Every day I am shoveling down meals to the point where I'm like, this is not worth it. Like, why am I like, I'm not gonna like do like a competition. I'm not like, you don't get a fucking plaque from YouTube when you reach 200 pounds.
You're living my dream, bro. This is legit my dream.
There's nothing at the end of that tunnel outside me just standing on that scale, seeing that it starts with a 2 and being like, all right, that's it.
Time to cut.
Yeah, Steve.
What does it look like when you're like shoveling the meals down? Like, is it like a sound?
That is what you looked like eating that cheeseburger on Saturday.
Wow. On Saturday? The fuck was Saturday?
The Christmas party?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I just remember I turned around and you were downing a fucking burger between the meet and greet and the Q&A.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, whoever's
5
clipping
times
that
a day.
off, that'll be a good one.
Yeah. Like when Bregman signs elsewhere, that's gonna be the clip that goes out.
Oh man, you're making those noises. That's loud as shit. Train's gotta be like, dude, calm down.
That's like when it's like I've I've had enough, like food wise, and I'm just like, another meal, you know.
Eating's the best, man. I keep trying to, I do the intermittent fasting thing. I try to lose weight and get sub 2. I'm trying to do the other thing. I'm trying to get sub 2 instead of over 2. And it's hard, dude. Eating's so much fun. It's like the best part of the day. And you only get to do it a couple times if you're trying to trim down. And then when it's done, it's like, I got to wait 18 hours to eat again, 16 hours. Like, it sucks.
I'm learning how to make eggs. I don't know how to do that.
It's brutal.
What, T?
I would have showed you. I'm pretty good at that.
I don't want you anywhere near a stove in my house.
I'm not bad with the stove. Recently picked up mac and cheese.
He will be firing up the fucking stove with a cigarette in his mouth, just being like,
I'll cook for everyone.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I've seen you on fire.
Sure
you guys
gets
want
hot.
to talk about the Luis Perales trade? I'm gonna start with Coley since Luis Perales is/was his baby.
I think it's an immediate red flag raise for any sport, any team where your main number one graduates, gets the big boy job at another team, and immediately comes calling for one of your top prospects, and you're like, here you go. I think that's always a perilous idea at best. This was a guy the Red Sox, December? 3 months ago, we're trying to fast track off Tommy John to pitch in the playoffs this year. And now he's traded for an older, slower throwing, also recovering from Tommy John pitcher. I don't necessarily see the vision. I'm not saying Luis Perales, was forever untradeable. I think you traded him at his lowest value to a guy who clearly values him a lot. I see no world where we got one over on the Nationals.
T?
I do think the Paul Taboni angle, like Coley said, does stand out immediately because this was someone who would be GM of the Boston Red Sox right now if the Nationals didn't hire him away. So he would be serving right under Craig Breslow, and clearly he saw working alongside Breslow and knowing Perales before Breslow even got the job, knew that he wasn't exactly Breslow's type. And I think we've seen there's been a pretty consistent history since Breslow got here of the things he likes in a pitcher. He likes guys with elite extension. He likes guys that throw a lot of strikes. These big body pitchers, these, tanks, whether it's Crochet, Peyton Tolley, you could talk about Marcus Phillips, even Kyson Witherspoon and Anthony Ianson are 6'2". Luis Perales was 6'1", and the body's a little leaner than a lot of people realize. But I think you see here for Craig Breslow, he chose the floor over the ceiling. We could talk about Luis Perales, who was hitting 101 down in the Arizona Fall League with 2 secondaries and the slider and the splitter that could be above average to even better than that. There was always talk of, maybe there was a top of the rotation starter, but I think a lot of people also looked at the floor for a guy who has had those command issues in the past, a guy who's had his fair share of injury history. Would he, and even just the delivery within itself, having a lot of effort, was he more likely going to be this kind of 7th or 8th inning arm? And I think he looks at Jake Bennett in this case, and this is a guy most people have as a number 4-ish starter. He was the Nationals' number 6 prospect. Per Baseball America, Luis Perales was number 5 on BA's list, number 4 on Sox prospects list. But I think he went and looked at Jake Bennett and said, this is a guy we think who can be a back-end starter, worst case scenario. And it's 6'6", 240. If he can just add a little bit weight, just like Connolly early did, all of a sudden, are we talking about a guy who's already been up to 97, right? Is this a guy who can maybe sit 94, 96 on a regular basis with a changeup that was nasty against right-handed hitters last year, whiff percentage over 40%, 2 breaking balls that have whiff rates over 30, and that big body type we kind of talked about with that low 3/4 arm slot, which is another thing we've seen him really target with a lot of these pitchers. It makes sense for him to go and chase after a kind of guy that fits his profile. And I think they look at it and say, yeah, we think Bennett's floor is higher than Perales, and maybe the chance of Perales being that top of the rotation starter how likely was it? Probably not very likely in their eyes, or at least Craig Breslow's eyes. Paul Taboni would probably feel different. They probably believe with Bennett, who is 25 years old, that he can make this jump in the next couple of years. And I think a big part of this conversation for Breslow was where the Red Sox were at. Right now, Bennett has 3 option years remaining. Luis Perales has 1. So this entire season coming up would be his last option year. At that point in time, yeah, you could send him up. Going into 2027, you couldn't do that anymore. And I think with the arms that are ahead of him in the organization, they probably felt like, all right, we like Perales. This is a guy who made a couple starts at AA, a couple rehab appearances at AAA. He probably needs a lot more seasoning as well if he's ever going to get to that, 100th percentile outcome, 90th percentile outcome, however you want to frame it. Probably doesn't make the most sense for us if he also doesn't fit into what our models and our kind of projections really do. And I think a lot of people saw the K per 9 and the walk per 9 and were disgusted immediatit. It's true. That was the first thing. Everyone, even when I was typing it out, I was like, damn, this is a rough tweet. But it was a 2.56 ERA at 3.20 FIP and 9 starts at AA. He had a 6.5 K per 9 and a 2.2 walk per 9. Now, I immediately went to Prospect Savant and I looked up the AFL pitching percentiles, and this is what they're buying in on because they felt like as the year went along, his stuff started to play up. 91st percentile whiff percentage, 92nd percentile walk percentage, 93rd percentile extension percentage, chase percentage, 92nd percentile, swinging strike rate, 97th percentile. So we're talking all these things, and his stuff really played well with an 11 K per 9 in the AFL. That's what they're banking on. They're thinking this guy is kind of taking that next step forward, and maybe the rest of the industry hasn't caught up yet. I understand making that kind of move to me, and I would say the same thing about the password. It felt like these guys were going to go towards a bigger package to get something, that wasn't just a 1-for-1 swap of pitching prospects, maybe to fill that infield problem you have going on right now. And now you've traded another guy in Perales and the password, and you've yet to fill some of the other needs on this roster. I think that will be the bigger question, how some of these trade talks go and whether they could have been utilized better in one of those deals versus this.
Does he sound like Muppety to you guys right now? You're going to clear your throat, I think.
Hello.
That sounds better.
Sounds fine to me.
Not a little Muppety.
Sorry.
I don't think this makes a ton of sense unless they're preparing to move earlier totally.
Yeah, I think that's part of the equation where they feel like they have another version is probably stretching it, but someone in a similar-esque tier that could walk into those shoes or reach a similar ceiling. I think they'd look at him in early and say we see a lot in common with those two.
Who would you rather have?
Connolly early.
Yeah, the guy who's already pitched in the major leagues.
Right.
Not the guy who's older and worse at everything.
I think a lot was obviously being made about his age and the fact that he was in AA, but I mean, he lost a year and a half to TJ, so that's going to set you back, obviously. But
so did Perales, he made AAA.
Yeah, but that's like a thing that's out of your control.
He's 4 years younger.
International guy versus college guy.
Trust me, I did not want to trade.
You can get drafted out of high school like that.
Mm-hmm. I think he was drafted in like the 39th round. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, it was pre.
Yep, 39th round.
It down.
So I guess like where my mind automatically goes is instead of doing all these little deals with some of the top 10 prospects in the organization, why wouldn't they be in a package for something greater? Why flip a prospect for a prospect? Why include a prospect in a deal for, and I like the Oviedo deal, but like a back end of the rotation guy. I guess I'm not seeing the vision. I'm not seeing the big picture right now.
Well, to me, it's like with Perales, if you could have got a position player that was the equivalent, I think a lot of people would have been like, that makes a ton of sense. Like, your system is so pitching heavy right now. Oh, you found the player position version? Perfect. Guy who maybe has these great metrics, hasn't been super healthy. He's at AAA. Let it rip. Instead, it's another pitcher. And that's where, if you're moving early or totally, okay, you kind of connect the dots there. It's just, it's more focus on pitching when we know what they like in pitching. We know what they target. It would be nice if we could see what that looks like on the other side of the ball.
I also don't need every pitcher to be the same exact guy. I just don't. Like
the extension thing, when the guy throws 101, I'm like, like, you know what I mean? Like Perales hits 101. Just say you like guys that throw strikes.
Sure. But it's like, I don't know. I hope he has better command being older as well. Like I would hope so. So I don't know. I like variety. And if every guy has to be the exact same, I don't know if that's as much of a lab as it is just getting the same guy over and over again and hoping it works out with some of them.
Well, that's what makes like the Einson and Witherspoons, who are closer to a Perales than a Tolley or, you know, Jake Bennett, however you want to frame it in that light.
Yeah. So I've made the point a couple of times. The only pitcher that was the industry seemed to know, what was that, the 37th pick for Marcus Phillips, something like that? Like the whole industry was like, yeah, we knew that was coming. And it's like, you knew the 37th pick before the draft was going to happen.
We had like 8 Tanner Houck comps before he even got announced.
Yeah, he was this massive dude. That's the kind of guy who they were targeting. Witherspoon fell to them and Einson fell to them. So it's like they took them because of the value, not necessarily because they liked them, not because they targeted them going into the draft.
And it's also one of those things, I think, when you're talking like boxes you check off. Sonny Gray's 5'10". Like, right? Sonny Gray's a short ass pitcher, but he pounds the fuck out of the strike zone. Lots of strikes.
I knew that was going to happen. Saw that coming.
Wait.
In Craig's eyes, he's a tiny little dwarf.
Right? But like, that's the kind of stuff where you're like, all right, is it, you got to check off a couple of those boxes. You have to have a couple of those things. And did he just look at Perales and said, man, you don't have extension. You don't have strikes. You know, we look at you and you're on the shorter side. We don't think it's a starter build. You don't check any of the boxes we're looking for. Get the fuck out.
I mean, Breslow clearly has a thing about height.
Johan Oviedo has height, doesn't throw strikes.
Matt looks Roman look like a little boy.
Jared, I am actually 5'10", so I am not crapping on that at all.
You're not 5'10".
Bro, everyone says I'm taller than you at this point.
That's fine. If you have an inch on me, then you're taller than 5'10".
5'10 3/4.
Yeah, like go back to the fucking doctor and get measured again.
My pediatrician won't let me come back.
I am 5'10". You're like 5'11 and a half.
Say what you have to say. I'm cool with that. 6 feet, round it up.
Yeah, 350 pounds. Yeah.
All right. Oh, Jesus. That was uncalled for. You fat fuck. You're almost over 200 pounds at this point.
Yeah, that's a compliment. You don't understand. Like, yeah.
He's built, dude.
Words hurt.
How much of this weight gains via cookie?
Enough.
Okay, so majority.
The perfect ratio?
Yeah. I DoorDash 24 Toll House chocolate chip cookies and 12 Gatorade zero sugar to the house today.
I like that.
Yeah,
so I would like just seeing like the chart of what you have to do. It's just like, Jared, we're going to need you to have these cookies. All right. Like this is this big portion over here. If you don't finish those, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Like I had like lunch today. I had like a chicken breast with white rice and then like 3 Milky Ways.
Classic chicken breast with some ways, man.
I'm eating clean.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Milky Ways do get overlooked in the candy bar game. I'm glad.
Sure. Big time.
I'm glad they're getting some love these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard them said like those words out loud in a long time, which is crazy. Do they have commercials? I think that's part of the
problem. A while. They used to have
Steph Curry the face of Milky Way?
What? Is he?
That'd be news to me.
Hold on.
I do like what Steph's been doing recently since he's a sneaker free agent, just rocking all like the legends from the arenas he's going to. I didn't have much to add here. I feel like this is a topic for T and Coley specifically. The second I heard the name, thought of you guys immediately. Honestly, that's why I'm probably the most upset about this is that with the G1 stuff, I wanted to see how that was going to go. I'm like, all right, I hear a lot of good things. Want to see what it's going to look like at the major league level. If they feel confident enough in Jake Bennett, then fine. We'll see. Like time will tell how these moves are going to go. You don't always just get a prospect for a prospect. So it is a little bit rare in terms of the ingredients of the trade. But I'm probably like a lot of other Red Sox fans right now where you'll see these moves happen and you're just thinking, and I don't want to fall prisoner of this because like the order of trades and signings does not matter. It's the culmination of what your offseason is. But still waiting for the power bats, still waiting for how they make the lineup a legitimate lineup, at least to compete for an AL crown. And that has not happened yet. So when more of these posts come in, these tweets from Passan and people that we respect and rumors and all that, when they're surrounding pitchers, I'm just like, cool. It sounds great. When are we going to get a legitimate bopper to add to the lineup?
I think Craig's biggest issue, and we've got a couple examples now, is that he's just a pathological liar. The second he's got a microphone in front of him, we're going to be big buyers at the trade deadline. Fucking lie. We're going to sign a number 2, basically a 1, and also one of the best power bats in the league. And like none of those are even attainable via free agency at this point in time.
Also, one of the biggest lines he had was, we're not really going to try to get these like number 4, number 5 starters. There's been plenty of that. I mean, I feel like anytime I see breakdowns of these guys, I'm like, that's exactly what these dudes are. Obviously, the upside is better than that. But at this point, it just feels like we're adding a bunch of pitching depth. And hey, if those guys end up getting dealt for the player you feel like you need in the lineup, or, you know, obviously part of a deal maybe with one of the outfielders, fine. But at this point right now, it's just trying to figure out what the plan is. And I think a lot of fans are always kind of thinking, do they know what the plan is? Is there a plan that even exists? Are there like 5 plans that exist and you're just going to fall with whatever's left over by the time you get to Valentine's Day?
We've heard it internally and externally. Communication is a problem for him. And it carries in different ways, whether it's talking to a player and telling him what you're trying to do, or whether it's communicating to a fan base and you think you're saying the right things. And then all of a sudden you fast forward 6 weeks later and it's like, those comments are hurting you more than they're helping you this offseason, and they're causing fans to, at least from a PR perspective, lose their mind.
And we've said this before, most comments by GMs or president of baseball ops or whatever the hell they, you know, whatever name they choose, most of the comments that happen by these guys in their nature are like not necessary and probably better off not being said. Like, I would argue that it's best to not hear from these guys. That's not the nature of how this goes. You obviously want to, we're speaking with Craig Breslow coming up after the break. Like, people stick around after the break. They want to see what they say. You want to hear some stuff. I get it. But like, if you're Dombrowski, then you're just going to say, here, this is what I'm going to do. He goes and he does it. But most of the time, it's the guy's just digging a hole for himself most of the time.
It's a lose-lose, because if Breslow comes out and gives you word salad and doesn't say anything, then everyone's like, this guy's not transparent. Like, you're saying a lot without saying anything at all. Like, that's fucking boring. And then if he comes out, he's like, yeah, we're going to add some big bats. And everyone's like, fuck yeah. And then they don't. Then it's like, well, you lied to us. So it's not a very
It's a lose-lose-lose, because then if you don't talk, it's like he's not talking. He's dodging the media and all that. So, I mean, that position is just a big lose, because you're going to get fired, you know, sooner rather than later, more often than not in that role, especially if you're with the Red Sox. So, I don't know. It just kind of sucks. I don't... And T's on top of most of the quotes and listing them out. And I think that's good for transparency, at least for the fan base, to know what he's said. But I don't then see those quotes and go, okay, like, I bet that number 2 is coming up. It's no.
But even this offseason, he was like, we know what. Last year, to his credit, he was like, we need an ace. And he got an ace. Like, to his credit, he did exactly that. This offseason, he basically was like, we need Pete Alonso and fucking Dylan Cease. And then they both went in the division. And it's like, all right, well, now what? Now, to your point, what number plan are we on? Because we've heard from multiple organizations now that, like, when he starts calling for a trade, he's very difficult to deal with, because I think he's typing into ChatGPT and saying, what's fair value? And he's like, this is the fair value. I'm not budging from it. I'm not going to give you Marcelo Meyer for Ketel Marte. Like, it's not happening. And I can see both sides of that, but I also see why other teams are like, hey, we're done talking to you, dude. Like, clearly you're not budging. We're not either. So this is just annoying at this point.
And it's the same thing with free agency. Pete Alonso, it's like, this is what we have. Do you want it or do you not? Mike Elias operated the same way. Guess what? You're going to get fired if you don't fucking start winning. Oh, all of a sudden you start going beyond the models. And that's what it's going to come down to for him. Like, you got to be willing to make yourself uncomfortable, whether it's trade assets or money. And so far, he's willing to do that for pitchers. That's the weird part. And like, as you start to sit there, Max Fried, they offered 7 years to Max Fried. The Sean McAdam piece came out last week, and, you know, they are scared of long-term deals. They don't want to go down that route. With a pitcher, he's willing to do it. Max Fried was already 30, and he was going to put that on the table because that's what he's comfortable with, and that's what he knows. On the position player side, he's not that comfortable. You see it with the trades we've seen, you know, this offseason so far. He just doesn't have the same confidence, I think, in those evaluations, so he sticks very model-based. And I think that's somewhere where a Paul Taboni, who had a big scouting background and carried a lot of that stuff, losing that kind of thing is a big piece here.
I don't know. I'm tired of saying, like, well, there's still a chance that there could be a good outcome for this offseason because it's not that I don't believe that or that I think that there's a chance for that. It's just no one wants to hear that. So I'm not going to.
No.
Sounds very
especially
losery.
past the new year too. Once you get into January, no one's trying to hear that. So we're basically already there.
No.
But it's the same thing as if we graded the offseason last year on this date, everyone would be unhappy by February 20th.
Crochet by now.
Still, you had Crochet.
Didn't have the extension yet. So
no, and people want to act like they were Garrett Crochet guys a year ago, and now it's like, oh, it was so clear he was going to be the ace that everyone wanted. People were not happy with the offseason going into spring training. You got Bregman, and all of a sudden they became people's World Series picks, and it wasn't just us, it was national people. So it can change that quickly, and there's pathways to do that. It's just the confidence in doing so. Like, it's questionable because we see how they're acting with, some of the guys that made a lot of sense for them or seemed like plan A and plan B.
I forget who mentioned it. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, while we've been talking, Luis Perales has quotes out. Where they asked if he was surprised he got dealt, and he said, "Not really. They've already traded all my friends." So I don't know how people in the minors or in the organization at all feel right now. Like, you have multiple big pieces constantly in the middle of trade rumors right now. Your whole outfield. The only guy who's not constantly in trade rumors is Roman. Everyone else is kind of constantly in trade rumors.
And people are going to make the argument that just happens all the time, not to this scale. There's an amount of guys that get tossed around in trade rumors on this current Red Sox roster that you're just not used to having. Obviously, a part of that is the way you've constructed the roster, and you just naturally have to make moves because you've cornered yourself into it. But the amount of rumors that come out and the amount of this guy be on the move? And Cole, you've been on top of this, throughout the season. That is gonna wear on these guys mentally when it's already hard enough to go through the baseball calendar if you're not even in trade rumors.
It's also when you consistently use trades as your only way of doing a lot of things, you start to deplete the farm system. And Ian was great on the last episode of Sox Prospects talking about this. Like, the amount in which they're making a lot of these deals, there has been a real drain in the farm system, especially once you get past that like 10 area and it's like the depth of the system. Yeah, to make all these deals and continue to go that route, it has an effect. It's going to get to you over years. And that's why if you could just use some money to take care of these problems, it would make your life so much easier, so much more straightforward, instead of sitting here and going back and forth on Ketel Marte. You could just throw money at Bo Bichette, who's 28 years old next year, who could play second, who could play, maybe third with the arm. I understand it's a question. But if you're uncomfortable paying guys over the age of 30, there is an alternative there that would probably rake at Fenway Park.
I genuinely believe Craig looks at the left side of the infield and thinks it's locked in.
Who do you have playing third base?
Marcelo and Trevor.
Meyer.
And who do you have playing second?
Well, he's on the left side of the infield.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's either third or second for Meyer. So then you would have an acquisition.
I would obviously go acquire someone. I'm going to keep saying it until they do it. I think he's super comfortable with Cedar Rafael playing second. Which is where the outfield conversation can continue to be kicked down the street.
Ugh, yeah, it's gross.
Well, that's the other thing, like pretending you have like a lot of leverage in these outfield talks when you still have Christian Campbell and Masataka Yoshida and Willie Abreu playing every day. So
that would drive Cora fucking insane. Sure. If Cedar Rafaela was moved to second base to accommodate the logjam in the outfield, he would lose his fucking mind.
Be idiotic.
As well he should. Like, make a decision. This is what Heim ultimately got fired for, being indecisive. A decision needs to be made, and it could have been made last offseason. I was the only one pushing that, so I'm not going to pretend like there was anyone else looking for that.
I certainly wasn't.
By the trade deadline, it was like, just fucking pick a guy, and they didn't. They came out 3 days before the trade deadline and were like, we're not doing it. And it was
they
like,
couldn't.
Okay, well.
Because they traded Rafael Devers and the lineup could not afford to lose Jarren Duran, who was the hottest hitter and had by far his best month of the season.
I mean, they could have, but I get what you're saying.
The
like,
offense
they still could have made a decision.
Was a problem down the stretch if you took him out of it. And I do think like the Duran conversation, are there flaws with him as a baseball player? 100%. He had the 13th highest WAR out of any outfielder in baseball this past year.
I'm not saying it had to have been him. Like, he just could have made a decision.
they got to a point where by getting rid of their best hitter, they limited their options once again because of what they needed to keep the roster alive.
Yeah.
And maybe you could have made another deal at the deadline to get you where you needed to go. Unfortunately, he pissed down his leg.
It was, I don't know. There's been some very weird choices. And, Heim got killed for the Xander thing. At least he didn't create the Xander thing. Like Dombrowski created the Xander contract that made him a free agent. And I didn't agree with it. He got his replacement a year early. He didn't trade away his third baseman to keep his first baseman or his third baseman that was signed for 1 year that he may or may not have ever wanted in the first place.
If he had offered the Altuve extension, obviously it gets done in spring, but there was also the moment after the season, if the Padres don't swoop in and their owner's dying, Xander Bogaerts is on the Boston Red Sox.
Sure, but I'll never forget how gruesome and grim those immediate articles. I've never seen reporters type faster.
In the airport?
When Heim was staring longingly out at the tarmac, being like, he just got hit by a bus by this information. He had no
like he was
idea
holding the blade to his throat.
He might not even fly back. He's not getting on this plane, actually, is what we mean to say.
That was as grim and as dire. Jared's talking about how nice the media is. That's the last time I can remember them being like pumped. Someone was like suffering was when Xander signed with the Padres.
Yeah, that was bad. I remember that. Wasn't that a Julian piece?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. But if he loses Bregman, like a lot of people are going to view that as a larger fuck up. And I wouldn't agree with that, but I know most people would.
That if there's a Passan breaking news, Alex Bregman signs with the D-backs tweet, that is going to be a day that we do not forget on Red Sox Twitter. Like, it's going to burn to the fucking ground. And I'm not even saying that like I'm going to be upset, but I'm not going to be like, what the fuck? Like until it's like opening day and I look at the lineup and like fucking, it looks like the Woo Sox lineup from last year. Then I'm going to be pissed. Like I'm willing to be patient, but I'm running out of patience for sure.
Anybody that flips that, like if that happens, the all caps breaking, it's Arizona, it's whatever, Chicago, anyone that like goes over the top, kind of like people do all the time on Sox Twitter, I'm not going to complain with any of them. Anyone that like loses their mind and starts going like mega irrational, it's not even going to be like irrational at that point because you don't get the benefit of the doubt until you actually make some moves. Jerry?
So let's just say, hypothetically, Bregman signs with the D-backs or any other team is not coming back to Boston. I think for me, I will be more mad about how they handle the Devers situation than I will be that Bregman's not going to be on the 2026 team. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, the most sense. Yeah, that's what some of us have been saying for months now.
Yeah, that's what would anger me the most is why did we create...
It makes it make even less sense, and it's already been hard to justify.
Why didn't you just sign Alonso last year?
It's not a full-time 100% blame on the Red Sox either, because I think Rafi being a baby about it was a huge thing, but like...
It wasn't great, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not one side versus the other. It's
he pulled a Ketel Marte, some are saying.
Yeah.
A year ago, when you wanted to cite all this stuff that his agent was putting out, all I ever heard was, Rafi's a fucking adult child. Nothing could ever upset him. He's jolly and happy. Rafi will do whatever the Red Sox want him to do.
Who's this guy?
And then it all went out the window.
The highway
and then it was like, this guy's a cancer. He's ruining the dugout. He's killing everybody. Get him the fuck out of here. Throw the baseball glove away. That's how quickly it turned on Rafael Devers. That fast. A year ago, people said if you thought there was a chance he'd be upset, you don't know Rafi, you don't know who that guy is. And then all of a sudden it became cancer, he was a child, he never spoke to the media. You know, we're not like that. We do it differently here. By the way, Jared, we want Ketel Marte.
Jared, your point?
Yeah, so again, I'm not gonna have that take. I think I'm just gonna be more along the lines of like, man, I wish we could have that one back. The whole handling of it. And, you know, I think the Red Sox, maybe they wouldn't say it publicly, but there's definitely people who candidly would be like, yeah, like we kind of fucked that one up.
Big time. They wanted the money off the books. That was all it ever was. And I'm like, I can understand it. I disagree with it, especially when they can't sign anyone to replace him. But I still maintain, even if they wanted him gone, doing it in the offseason was way smarter. They could have talked to more than just the Giants.
They never shopped him appropriately. There were deals to even make your team better last year that they just said we're good because they weren't willing to eat the whole contract. That's what they wanted. John Henry, that's what they decided.
But like like you hate the contract that much, you traded him that soon into the extension. Like why sign off on it at all?
Breslow wasn't here when he signed the extension.
Are they really giving him that much like run of thing like that? I feel like moving that is like that comes from the top. That's like a John Henry thing. If you're trying to move off $300 million, like that's a John Henry initiative, and you agreed to the deal a year and a half ago, whatever it was, 2 years ago.
I think the truth is, and we know this, they were shopping him during spring training before any of the blowout happened. Okay, I think Breslow looked at it and said, yeah, this isn't my kind of guy. I've told you what I want in a DH. This is how I feel about the player. We're going to see what's out there. Then you end up getting to the situation where John Henry gets pissed on by Rafael Devers and tells him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, which is crazy that he did that.
And then John Henry's
Kansas City, right?
Yeah, and then John Henry's like, get it done. I don't care. He's like, eat the money and get him out of here. And that's what it became.
I think we haven't heard all of what happened in Kansas City.
No.
I think that was...
I think we haven't heard like 80 parts of this. And I always think that.
I think what happened in Kansas City was far uglier than I think we are aware of publicly. Yeah. I don't know who's going to tell that story. There's only... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a first-hand account of it. I think it's going to be like...
I bet it's like 15 years from now. I wouldn't be surprised. If just a good chunk of time passes, like I got the real story from Kansas City. I mean, it would have to come from up top.
They said like Terry Francona couldn't wake up without a bottle of pills like the day after he left. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was just more Devers was probably just didn't care.
He just wasn't willing to bend. Like the only thing they have leaked about him is that he wore headphones in the clubhouse and didn't talk to people. That's all we have. That's it. That's all we can hold.
But for us to assume that's all that happened is also crazy too.
To the point of where anything would come out if there was something to make them look better or lift them up. The only thing they put out there, and it was over and over and over, the contract was underwater. That was it. That's all you heard. And the return blows balls on every fucking level. It is a horrendous return that cost you not only last year, but is hurting you moving forward.
If they do obviously I've been, not as aggressive with all this as you guys. And I'm not even saying you're in the wrong for how you've viewed the Devers situation. I'm just trying to deal with it and be like, hey, it's in the past. I don't want to keep thinking about it all the time. But if all that chaos that happened last spring training, the two guys that are in the center of it, neither of them are wearing a Red Sox jersey by opening day 2026. And then Marcelo Meyer has to be the guy that's in that role. Like, oh, God, like I was just trying to focus on staying healthy this year. Now I have to be the guy after Breggy right after Devers. Like I have to live up to that expectation. That's extremely unfair to him. And also it's just not fair to the way you put this roster together at all.
It's unfair to Roman to make him have to be this guy already.
Dude, that's the top thing that I was going to mention when we were talking earlier is like, I know last year we had gone over this if like, they're making him like Roman's got to guide the whole team. He's got to bring him to the playoffs. I wasn't like that aggressive on it. I still thought they had enough pieces where he didn't have to be the guy. The longer this offseason goes with them not adding to the lineup, I'm very worried that they're going to be relying on a 22-year-old to lead their lineup to the promised land and lead this team back to the playoffs. And
but he can do it though. That's the thing.
He can. So I think he can easily be an all-star next year. But like to assume that he's going to be the biggest part of your lineup that's going to be good enough to get them to a place they didn't go last year without Bregman and without Devers and without like you start taking all these pieces off. It's like, how is that going to be the case? I'm genuinely worried right now as it stands on December 18th when you're listening that they are already okay with Roman taking a massive jump next year. Not even massive jump because he was already really good, but just like being the face of the Red Sox lineup at 22 is asking a ton.
And playing a full season, which he also didn't do, by the way.
Of course. Yeah, he's going to be fully healthy. And Marcelo has to too. And they both have to be great.
1,000%.
On the leadership side, you have Alex Bregman, who might not be here. Oh, who's the other two leaders you talk about? Jaron Duran, who's being floated in trade rumors. And what's the other one? Rob Refsnyder, who, whatever reporting you want to see, it's considered unlikely he's not coming, or unlikely he's coming back.
Fair to him.
Yeah,
that's it. You'll have one guy who can carry that load, right?
Right. Crochet can do.
You hope. But on the position player side, you hear how much Bregman brought all these guys together, texting Narvaez at 2 a.m. Let's go watch film. Let's talk ball. Let's do that. Who's going to be that unifier? And maybe it is Trevor Story and he can do it all himself. That would be awesome.
He has to stay healthy to do that too, though.
He does. Yeah. And it's just a lot to throw on one guy because it felt like Story was nice to be another person who could help lead last year. To just look at him and be like, hey, you're it.
Hey.
It's a lot.
The one thing I do want to say, because this has been super negative and deservedly so, I would respect Craig more if he was like, I'm not giving 6 years to this guy. Like, if another team wants to do it, cool. I think that's a fucking really stupid idea, just like I did with Alonso, just like I did with Schwarber. That doesn't, like, I would rather him play his cards than veer off just so he doesn't get murdered in the court of public opinion.
So Passan was just on Baseball Tonight and said the Red Sox missed out on Kyle Schwarber and Pete Alonso because they, quote, weren't willing to go to the place that other teams were. We've seen that the Red Sox in recent years, they try to operate rationally. Operating rationally, generally speaking, will not get you free agents.
This is the Andrew Friedman quote. If you're rational about every free agent, you'll finish third on every free agent.
But I think there's a difference between, and sometimes you need to get a little irrational.
It's true.
I think there's a difference between getting a little irrational and being like, I gave this guy a 1+1+1 a year ago, and I needed to be like shoved into doing that. Why a year later would I want to give him 6 years? It would have made more sense to do it last year.
I think you're just in a different place as an organization. He has different value.
You put yourself
to
in that place.
Exactly. And that's recognizing what your own actions did to put you here. So guess what? You got to eat it a little bit. You got to eat it if it means this team's going to be able to compete the way it needs to. If you have to eat a bad year at the end of the deal, you're the Boston Red Sox. You should be able to do that.
But I don't think anyone is thinking that's only going to be one bad year at the end.
It depends on how you think Alex Bregman's going to age. I think his hitter profile will age pretty decently. The defense at that point probably won't offer much, but for a guy who doesn't strike out a ton, is able to draw his walks, I think he should be able to survive as at least above average bat.
He didn't survive physically the first year you had him.
Yeah, he had a quad injury, and he still finished top 5. Yeah, he still finished top 5 in WRC plus amongst third basemen. And he wasn't right for over half the season.
I will say he's played more games in the last 3 years than I think I thought, just because of how much we've talked about it. He's averaged 140 games the last 3 seasons.
Because people want to sit here and act like the quad injury is something that happens every year. It happened in 21 and it happened in 25.
Yeah,
I'm saying it in 100% of the Red Sox years it happened is all I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about the 21. I'm not saying it's reoccurring.
Small sample size you have, it happened. Yeah, it's not
aging,
wrong.
Like, he also didn't get younger this offseason. I know Steve's looked at all his workout videos, but like, he is going to continue to get older, much like all of these guys. Like, that has to be a factor.
And it's just, if you look at it that way, then go pay Bo Bichette. If you can't do it for a guy who's going to be 32, then you have to do it for Bichette. You have to have some line where you're willing to get comfortable.
There are two fellas you could go get to play both of your corners. It doesn't have to be Bichette. If you want, because I think he wants to put Meyer at third. You could put Meyer at second, or at short and put Story at second. I really don't give a fuck what you do. But if you go get Okamoto, which T wants credit on being first there, go ahead.
Oh, no, I don't want credit. I just like him.
And Murakami. Now you have your corners just locked up.
Yeah.
I think you have people other than his translator from Masataka Yoshida to talk to, who was obviously not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think the Murakami conversation has definitely gone in a lot of directions. It feels like this week has been the other side.
He's got until Monday at 5 p.m. to sign with the team.
Yep.
And Ken Rosenthal said today, the fact that teams aren't talking, there is a lot of interest there. And he almost takes it as nobody wants to show their hand because they're very invested in this. But I do think for Murakami, say what you will, I don't think he's a great fit for this year, simply because the defense is horrendous and the strikeout concerns are real. That doesn't mean he can't hit at the big league level.
Do we know what his defense is at first base, though?
Yes, it's bad. The scouting reports are bad across. He's closer to a DH than he is a first baseman. He's probably Pete Alonso as a first baseman.
He played right last year for a game.
I did see one game.
But I think he'd probably, like, we haven't had a good defensive first baseman. Like, Casas is historically bad. So I think it would be fine for Red Sox standards.
I just think him trying to adjust to the big league level, the strikeout issue that you already had the 10th worst strikeout rate in baseball last year, plus not helping your defense. That's a lot. I think you need more security.
I disagree.
Go ahead.
Your middle infield has been bad defensively. This would fix your middle infield, assuming Story and Meyer are healthy. Story, Meyer, Rafael, and Narvaez, your triangle up the middle, is the best defense we've seen since 18.
I think Story right now, I can't grade him as an average defender.
I get that, but I'm just talking about what we've seen recently would be like. And again,
I'd put Xander and Story better.
Short.
Also,
I think Xander
haven't
and Story
they
are
already
better.
Committed to Story at shortstop?
Yep.
He's
Why
only
do
to do that?
Jared.
Why do that? Like, why not just? I mean, you don't have to do that. You could go into spring training and be like, we're keeping our options open.
Why did he commit to Rafael Devers as his third baseman?
Huh?
Right.
Why did he commit to Rafael Devers as his third baseman?
Yeah, why did I tell Corin not to say Crochet was going to start opening day? Because he'd done it the year he'd done it before, and that guy went to the Braves.
That was the most concerning thing I've heard all offseason when he said that Crochet was the guy. I'm like, what do you know that I don't know?
He knew it immediately.
I think that's the only thing, short of a Roman trade, that would really get people to stop following the team, is if he traded Crochet. Obviously, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But what could get Craig Breslow an actual harm? That would be it.
Yeah.
I think Murakami. Yeah, I think Murakami, there will be value there. I think where they are at, and I bet their models like him. The exit velocity numbers, the age, they probably pop in a pretty solid way. I just don't think it's a velocity conversation as much as the Fangraph scouting reports made it. It's more of a contact issue in general, which I do think
Zone
there's
contact for sure.
A bunch. Yeah. The contact rate was 63% last year. 75% is the MLB average. The zone contact was 73%. MLB average is 83%. Swing and miss was 37%. MLB average is 25%. And this is the big one. Breaking ball swing and miss, 49%. MLB average is 33%.
With a shoulder injury.
Yes. He had 800 things going on.
Jerry.
I think what's probably the most depressing thing about the state of current affairs right now is that nothing seems close. And whenever it seems like something is, it goes completely the other way. For example, a lot of people thought it's just a foregone conclusion that Alex Bregman's coming back. Here come the D-backs, and they're charging ahead with an offer that's, I think we can pretty much say, is better than what the Red Sox have on the table, at least at this moment in time. And then the Ketel Marte stuff. You've got reporters out there being like, the Red Sox, if there's one team that can pull this off, that's going to do this, it's the Boston Red Sox. And then Bradford's like, not even fucking close. I don't even think that they're talking to each other. And it's not even we're not even out of the gate yet on this trade. So even when there's, sexy names being thrown out there, nothing has progressed to the point where we have the anticipation or the buildup of anxiety of this is going to happen. It's about to go down. We haven't even had the it's about to go down moment. There's, sure, they've been linked to players. There's a ton of interest, as we all know. But yeah, nothing's if for this late. No, I want to say this late, the season's about to start, but we are a month and a half into the offseason, and teams have made big moves, and the Red Sox are just, they're not one of them. Unless you want to call Sonny Gray for 1 year a big move, I personally, do I think he's going to help the team next year? Yeah, I do. But is it a big move? No, it's not.
We know the front office believes he could be a number 2.
That's fine. But it's not a big move. Objectively speaking, it's not a big move. And we were promised big move, singular, but maybe big moves.
No, big moves. I think moves is the right way to frame it.
We'll make big move.
He outright said big middle of the order bat. Yes. And number 2/1A.
Craig, what do you got? What do you got this winter? What's going on with the Sox? We will make big move.
One big move this offseason. Thank you.
I don't know, man. I would like to get excited about some of these things. It's just very hard for me to. It's hard to do that. I certainly am not excited about where this Bregman stuff is heading, and the Ketel Marte stuff doesn't seem like if it's 100% to complete the deal, it sounds like they're at like 7%. So hard to get excited about that. And then even if they were at 75%, you got fucking T over here being like, this guy's a piece of shit.
I'm not like
this guy's if the Red Sox trade for this guy, man, the clubhouse is going to burn to the ground.
I like Ketel Marte.
I
do.
But all I'm saying is to ignore that stuff when you wanted to frame it as the reason why you had to get rid of your franchise star before that. It's just hypocritical. That's all it is.
Whatever. I'd rather be a hypocritical World Series champion.
I agree. But guess what? Grow the fuck up and now handle it correctly when you get a star player in here instead of looking for the easy way out. And that goes for Craig Breslow and that goes for Alex Cora as well. Both of y'all need to learn to communicate and do this the right way.
Both of y'all.
It's true.
Cora on this very program acknowledged they didn't communicate well.
Exactly.
You did.
Him and Breslow have noted multiple times they need to be better
one of the
at
biggest things he said on here. He kind of just had it like during his talk on Devers was like, that was actually notable.
You know what else is notable, Steve?
Aura, baby.
Yep. That's going to be a notable Christmas gift for Joe and Peralt.
I'm telling you that and everything in the Section 10 store. If you're a last-minute shopper like me, you know the feeling, folks. Shelves are empty and ideas are running low. Aura Frames is the solution with gifts that feel personal. I always struggle finding gifts for my extended family personally, but now the solution is Aura. Upload unlimited photos and videos. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi, which is super easy unless you're on a bus or a plane. Preload photos before it ships. Keep adding from anywhere, anytime. Personalize your gift. Add a message before it arrives. I like the before it arrives thing. That makes it feel so personal. That gift shows up. It already has the message in there. You don't got to put it in after the fact. It's good for everybody. It's good for your loved ones. Share photos and videos effortlessly straight from your phone all year long. Gift box included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. Nobody wants to be ripping price tags off this holiday season. I hate when like it leaves a little bit of the tag on it. You know that, Jerry? Like when you're like ripping it and it's like, we got to figure that out, by the way,
we really do.
With the price tag. It's like that's the one thing you don't want on there, but then when you rip it, it still has some of the tag left. And then when you try to get it out, now you're trying to like lick your tongue and you're like, and now it's wet. It's terrible. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling cover mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code SECTION10 at checkout. That's AUAR.
AUAR. Aura.
That's our. That's
our.
Go to our frames to get your best pirate frame you can get. That's AURA frames.com. Promo code SECTION10. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast. So what the fuck is going on here? So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Go to
R.
Yeah, so this was obviously a depressing conversation. Let's change up the vibes. Here's Mookie Betts on Adin Ross's stream.
Oakland. Why?
Because it was just terrible, man.
Oakland.
Yeah, it was rough. The field was beautiful, but it was a football stadium. Yeah, nobody really liked going to play there. But that's not there, so I don't even know if I have one now. That's just terrible to go play with.
The Red Sox traded you, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, for sure. Like after they traded you, is there any way that you kind of like? I wouldn't say that they regretted it because I feel like they obviously did regret it. But like, could you like were you shocked when they traded you? Like, what were you feeling as soon as you heard the news that you got traded?
I knew they told they told me, but it was weird, man, because I was like, why?
Damn. You know, you would have stayed there forever. Damn.
I mean, I didn't know any different.
Did they let you pick your destination, or was it like?
No, we got traded.
No, I know, but like sometimes for the star players, they're like,
no,
we'll take you where you
want. No, it was, yeah. I didn't want to leave, but I mean, I understood the business side of it.
It all worked out.
It all worked out. Yeah.
Fuck.
You guys went back to.
What a stupid way to phrase it. Red Sox traded you, right? What the hell are we talking about here?
These dudes are fucking idiots.
No, I know. I know. But
I put it this way. I respect anyone who goes out there and makes content, and obviously they're far more successful than any one of us. Like, dude makes like $30 million a year streaming.
Loaded.
But this is only my second time I've seen his content. The other time was when he streamed at Jake Paul's house. I'm like, this literally seems like just a kid that could be walking down the street in Revere. Like, what is the draw? Like, there's no, I don't see it. But yeah, highly successful streamer. But yeah, that's Mookie Betts saying that he never wanted to leave Boston.
He's got to be so sick of answering this. I remember asking at the when they do the media availability in LA. That was almost 4 years ago. I was like, "You tired of answering?" He's like, "Yeah, I kind of am sick of talking about it." That was in 2022. Like, he's still. I get it's like one of the most notable trades in baseball history, so it's going to come up a lot. But I don't know. Still asking him about it. Still talking about it.
Talking about it.
Yeah, his kids cooked them.
That is funny.
And I know it's not his fault. It's not his fault, and he knows that. But now his kids, he has to explain to his kids, like, no, they told me I could only get the job if I did this. Like, that's why I did it. And I thought I was good enough to be able to work around that. And turns out no one is. So that was my bad.
One of the funniest reports that doesn't get talked about enough is when Xander was a free agent, June Lee wrote an entire piece, which clearly had come from the Red Sox side of things. And they were like, yeah, we never told him he had to trade Mookie. We never made that a thing he had to do. And it still stands that they try to put that on him like it was his great idea to be like, yeah, I want to trade arguably the best player or second best player in the sport at the time. I'm just perfect way to start my new tenure.
Really
this
stupid.
is awesome.
I hate this guy. I want to trade him for Alex Verdugo. That's what I want to do.
And eat David Price's contract while doing it.
And
then not be allowed to spend that money as well afterwards.
That would have been great in the presser after. I am stupid. That's why I did this.
Why'd you do that?
Was he good?
Stupid. Okay, let's start the 2020 season. That was the worst part, is that it's like, great, now we got to play this stupid season.
I almost think that was the best part, like that we didn't have to see a real after 2019 was so bad and almost kind of repeated in 22 when it was just every day at Xander's locker being like, did they offer you an extension? He's like, nope. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Like, that was all of 2019 too. It was just like, hey, Mookie, you gonna be here? And he was like, yeah, I think so.
Xander was so sad all year.
So sad.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like his last year in Boston.
22.
So sad. Yeah. So sad.
Who was it?
He was just like walking around like Eeyore.
He was lifeless. A guy that's always like super positive. He had nothing.
The nicest
Please
guy.
offer me more than $20 million over 3 years, please.
Yeah. Who was it when David Dombrowski decided not to trade Mookie? It was Will Smith, who would have led the package from the Dodgers coming back here.
Obviously would have been better, but when would that have been? 19?
Yeah, 2019 trade deadline. Dombrowski refuses to do it. Then they fire him before the season's even over.
But they didn't force him.
I actually hadn't thought of that being the reason that he got canned. That's interesting.
I mean, they fired him before the fucking season was over.
Yeah,
I know,
September,
but I never connected it to Mookie. Like, I'd never drawn that parallel. Now I'll bring that to my grave. This is the reason.
He wasn't willing to do it.
I think it's crazy.
He's smart. He's not an idiot.
I wouldn't want that on my legacy.
No.
Like, Chaim, it's like, it's opportunistic. It's like, yeah, like if the Boston Red Sox are going to give me the keys, then if that's what I need to do. It was
initiation to having the role, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I think he thought, and most people in this job would think this, like, I'm smart enough to build around this. And to his credit, he got Kyle Schwarber, and that would have been the move, just re-signing him. And they just, did we even make an offer there, T? I know you remember.
No.
Yeah, insane. That's the most insane thing that's happened post Mookie by a lot.
Yeah.
The idea was they had JD under contract for $20 million, and Tristan Casas at that time. I think the story was he was supposed to go down to Puerto Rico to play in winter ball. Wasn't right. Then the high ankle sprain situation happens, and then it ends up getting delayed. We don't see him until September of that year.
And it was bad early because I remember he was at like a Bengals game maybe. And I remember someone that listens to the show was like, it was like November. It was the first month of the offseason, saw him somewhere in public and was like, you got to come back to the Sox. And he was like, yeah, probably not, dude. Like, just based on any conversations that were preliminary with Boston. It's like, we're not getting.
Oh, you're talking about the Suns game, right? The dude that listens to the show.
No, that's Bogarts. I'm talking about Schwarber.
My bad. I thought we were talking about.
I'm talking Schwarber.
No, the Suns guy broke the news to the world. Like,
he did. He was like, he just told me he's going to the Padres. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of a blurry photo in the aisle of whatever, like right next to where you get your chicken fingers at Suns games.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Go Suns.
What a night. Celtics beat the Suns by 712 points. I get in the shower. I get out of the shower. And I've been hearing all day in the scoop shop, which I don't even think it was named that at that point.
No.
But hearing all day, Xander's back. We heard Xander was back before Yoshida signed. So when Yoshida signed, it was like, we're building the best team ever.
Yeah. Kenley had been like the day before, if I recall correctly, too. So it was like all of it.
He was.
Clearly, they're trying to compete here.
And Chris Martin then, too. Like,
I think was right before.
People.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit, Haim's really serious. Like they're trying to push in the next 2 years are going to be their window. And then it didn't happen.
And yeah.
It is crazy if Haim had gotten Schwarber paid, how that legacy looks, how it all looks, man.
So much better.
Like, I remember, I've told this on the podcast before, but I remember running into Schwarber's agents during the ALCS against Houston. And they were like, yeah, like, we just want to say hi, blah, blah, blah. And I met with them and they're like, yep, like we're going to start talking now. Like they were trying to like work on a deal then. And then,
if you remember Kyle Schwarber's previous like 365 days, he was outrighted by the Cubs, and then the only team that wanted him was the Nats. What was that? 1 for 12 T or 16?
Yeah, and then he was amazing, and then got hurt. It was like very short lived.
Yeah.
So he was dying for anyone to like be like, hey, I'm really good, and the rest of the league was like, not really. Very weird. Very weird. How. No one cared that Kyle Schwarber, like the third most prolific home run hitter of his generation. Everyone was like, we're all set.
Yeah, he became Kyle Schwarber like when he got to Washington. 253, 340, 570.
Yeah.
It was a 145 OPS
there.
plus.
What was it, May or June? He had like 20 home runs.
Yeah, exactly. Where he was just going.
He just hit a home run every game, basically.
Yeah.
And we were like, yep, here we go.
Dude, and when he came to the Red Sox, 291, 435.
When he came to the Red Sox, everyone was like, sweet, a fucking broken down 3 true outcome player. That's what's going to get us there.
Also, he was hurt for what, a week and a half?
It was like 3 weeks.
It was sneaky long.
I don't think he missed that many games. Like games total, I thought it was like 10 or something like that.
I think it was in the 20s he came back, like August 20-something.
No way. Was it that
Let's
much?
See.
No way.
It took a while because people were like, Haim did nothing. That was what it was written up. He did nothing.
Aldo Ramirez, how could you? He was our system.
For a rental.
Yeah.
What was his first game?
Oh, no, it looks like it was closer.
August 13th, which is a great day. Jared knows that. So when did he get traded? What, the end of July? Like he missed 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so it wasn't 20s.
It was a long, to T's credit, it was a long 2 weeks.
I don't think he was dealt on deadline day, though, was he?
It was probably like July 30th, whatever
the night
it was.
Before. It was the night before. And to be fair, he played 3 games. They were still sitting him almost. He played August 17th and then didn't play again to August 20th.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3 weeks.
We had to learn a new position.
2 weeks.
So like 3 weeks is what I said. Yeah.
Basically like 2
it's
weeks.
basically like 3 weeks. Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been an athlete. It is funny to use an athlete with Schwarber, but like a player of
That's
any.
Crazy.
No, again, he just looks like he's one of the bros from Waltham.
Mm-hmm.
A player of any sport, I have never been more surprised on numerous occasions looking up their age than Kyle Schwarber. Every time I think it's going to be older than it is. I'm always like, he's 32 is a joke. Like Google's doing something on us. I don't know what's going on here. It's really just a credit to him for how long he's been impactful in the majors. Obviously the big games he had in Chicago. He's only 32 years old, man. He's really not that old.
I was just watching his college highlights last night. I had nothing to do. He hit a fucking nuke. He was a Hoosier.
Indiana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he hit a nuke off of Luke Weaver, who apparently was like a stud starting pitcher in college. They're like, and Luke Weaver's on the mound tonight. Like, absolutely. He's like, he's got a sub-2 ERA, one of the best collegiate pitchers in the country. Schwarber tink into the fucking parking lot across the street. Yeah. Schwarber, he was hitting like at the time, I think he was a sophomore in this video. He was hitting like 373. I was like, that's not Schwarber. He's hitting 373. It was like his 18th home run. He was like 5th in the
metal bats,
the fucking whatever in
college arms. Yeah.
And yeah.
It's uncomfortable seeing him with that like goatee with the Cubs. I'm like, this is not the same human being.
Dude, he
this
looks
guy
the
is
same
not...
age when he's on Indiana. Like he looks, he looks 32 on Indiana. Like
same swing, same follow through. Yeah.
There's a photo of him just like, whoa! Like he's just pumped up. I mean, Schwarber's a treasure, man. And he's a former Cape Leaguer. He's got to be one of my favorite players ever, just in terms of checking a bunch of boxes of what you want as a fan.
He's a perfect ball player, and
such a ball player.
And he was great for us. That was like, I could understand if he sucked after the trade deadline, like still wasn't healthy, whatever. But no, he was unbelievable.
He was awesome.
He was hitting like a grand slam a week, it felt like. And it was just like, no, we're all set.
Everybody loved him. It's like, all right, let him go.
Not
terrible. But yeah, Mookie being on an Adin Ross stream is by far the most offensive thing he's ever done.
I can't believe
what is he doing?
PR team told him that was a good idea.
Is he problematic?
Extremely.
Adin Ross stinks. Yeah, he's really not a good person.
He's like the top 5 problematic people on the internet, probably.
Why? Can you catch me
he's
up?
banned from Twitch, right?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's because of his kick deal.
Because no, he went to kick after he got banned.
Yeah,
I'm mostly sure.
Why is Adin Ross problematic? Adin Ross is considered problematic due to his involvement in various controversies, including promoting unregulated gambling, using his platform to spread misinformation and hateful rhetoric, and associating with far-right political figures. These actions have led to multiple bans from streaming platforms like Twitch and legal action against him. He has a defamation lawsuit. Megan Thee Stallion filed a defamation.
He was very, that famous Tory Lanez freestyle clip?
Nope.
If you heard it, you probably would.
No, he wouldn't.
No, you actually
There's
probably
no
wouldn't.
chance that ever came across his desk.
No, but the
0.0.
He sided very heavily with Tory Lanez, who's locked up.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a Canadian rapper.
Okay.
Artist.
Even rapper's a strong word.
Yeah, a lot of R&B too.
Yeah.
No, Adin Ross, like, objectively stinks. And Mookie being like, him being like, JD, please stop talking to these bad men in our dugout. But then being on Adin Ross stream is disgusting behavior by him.
That was so funny when he came in there like, dude, what are you doing? He obviously didn't say that, but
he was like the rabbit holding the clock. Like, come on, time to go.
He gave the look of like, honey, like, we have a reservation. What's going on over here?
Yeah.
But he did retweet Section 10 first week of that playoff run.
Who?
I've said it on here before. Mookie. He retweeted our like little video or whatever. I mean, we just done a share video of the montage like that MLB Network had put out or the Red Sox had put out, and it was like
Marcus Lynn.
Yeah, Mookie retweeted the 10. I think it was right around the start of the ALDS in 18.
What?
You have this reaction every time.
Yeah, I've said it like 3 times on here, I think.
What?
It's the same. It is the same. Wait, huh?
What?
This and finding out Manny won a batting title are just 2 things you refuse to accept.
I hope he doesn't tweet a ton so we can just scroll back to 18 right now.
He doesn't.
No. That's
he does. See, that's the thing. When I saw Mookie Betts retweeted, I'm like, it has to be like a fake account or something like that.
He hasn't
never
tweeted
posts.
since July of 2024.
All right, we can get to 2018 in a couple scrolls. This is going to be great to see.
I don't think he did that.
Let's see. Please still. Yes, it's still there. Mookie Betts reposted 4 more wins. October 21st, 2018, Section 10 podcast.
Dude, what? No, come on. Mookie did that shit?
Look at that. Mookie Betts reposted. I hate that it says reposted.
Reaxed.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling for a minute here, and I'm only in 2020.
I'm already there, bro. You're not there?
How'd you do that?
It's Mookie Betts reposted.
Hold on. I don't believe that for a
the
damn
10?
second.
Yeah. That's AI.
It's a Photoshop. What a...
All right,
Random thing.
I'm in 2018 now. 4 more
October
wins.
21st. Yeah.
Mookie Betts reposted.
Mhm.
4 more wins. October 21st, 2018. Mookie Betts.
One of the cooler noties to get, especially around that time when we're like, they got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, and he won the MVP.
Ban them from my float.
Yeah, that actually, yeah. Yeah. Getting banned from the parade must fucking suck. You know, like
I couldn't imagine.
It didn't feel good to me.
Uh-uh.
You know? Like it hurt my feelings. Type shit.
Thankfully, there was someone there to lift us up.
Yes. Thank God for Julio.
Thank God.
Love that guy. Savior, some are saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just like Game Time is probably going to be a savior to you guys this holiday season when it comes to gift giving. Because you don't have to be like, oh my God, I forgot to order and now I don't know if it's going to get shipped to me on time. You can order these tickets the day of Christ and you can still get them that day. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to wait for anything to ship. You just buy the tickets. You forgot that special someone, you get them some tickets. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means that you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included. So what you see is what you pay. And I use the Game Time app for 2 different gifts this holiday season. Very excited to hand out those gifts. See the excited looks on these individuals' faces when they're like, oh my God, you got me the tickets. We got them. That's going to be fun. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
What would Jenna sound like if she got the
oh my
tickets?
fucking God, you got me the fucking tickets? You fucking got them? How'd you get them? It was a Game Time app, wasn't it? Yep, it fucking was. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Holy fuck. Know your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Save even more when you choose a section. You let Game Time choose the seats for you. You can snag new ticket deals before anyone finds out. By following your favorite teams in the Game Time app to receive alerts. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, and the lowest price guarantee, your Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply again. Create an account. Use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION10 for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Steve, what time is it?
Game time?
Yeah, it's game time. It is game time. T, you get all your holiday shopping done?
Most of it.
Who do you still have left to buy for?
My mom.
I saw your mom on Saturday.
She saw you too. She loves Mike Eamon.
Doesn't
She
love
thinks
me.
Mike
She
Eamon.
don't love me.
No, she does love you, but I
Okay.
think she felt a connection with Eamon.
I
didn't get the chance to talk to her. Like I never have the chance to like go over and like spend quality time.
I think Eamon reminds her of like a young Lebanese boy, and she just gravitates towards that energy.
No, it's yeah.
Okay. That's why.
Yeah, honestly.
Mikey's got some natural color, and you know, this is from our
Swarthy.
Yeah.
Black Queen. So like, I get it.
Yeah.
She, like, when I was driving home, she's like, that Mike Eamon, he looks more Lebanese than you do. And I was like, thanks, Mom. That makes me
It's
feel
true.
better. I'm really representing
He
the
does.
culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, she thought he was very charming.
That's nice. He is very charming.
I
He
love
is.
Eamon.
I
I'd die
appreciate
for
that.
him.
Yeah. of
Anytime,
course.
buddy.
You deserve it. Yeah, he's a very charming young man.
Eamon's also just great at like always checking in if your family or even you need something like during events, during anything.
Oh yeah.
And I just always appreciate that very much.
Oh yeah.
He's
Like
everywhere
Eamon
at
will be
once.
like, he'll be like, Tyler, take a sip of water. He's like, you need to take a minute and
You
drink
need
some
water.
water.
Yeah.
No. You're having the water. You're having the water.
Yeah.
You need it. You need it.
He saved me from passing out at the All-Star game.
He
yeah.
does that a lot. I was going to
Oh, yeah.
pass out at Fenway,
Yeah.
and he got me water and sat me down.
He's an
Bags
angel.
is great at that too. I don't want to just give
100%.
Mikey all the credit.
Oh, yeah.
Bags is on top of it too.
2K?
100%.
2K.
He's never hydrated me, but I've never been dehydrated in front of 2K. That's the thing. So I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm usually always good when he's around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bagzewski's on top of it.
Oh, Jeremy has brought me water when I legit was not able to move anymore.
So the thing is, he brings me happiness.
Yeah, he hydrates me with the skills he has with the promos.
He hydrates me with his aura.
Yeah.
You know? Oh. Like, I see Bagzewski, I know I'm going to have a good night. I could be in the worst mood. I see Bagzewski, and I'm just like...
Christian Campbell just pulled the double.
Oh God.
Sorry.
I thought we signed someone.
Yeah, same.
Just as happy as anyone, but I thought that was a deal.
I mean, Jello Secco boy bags, by the way.
We have not pulled a lot of baseballs since we got to Puerto Rico.
Listen, he hasn't fucking shattered his rib cage either. That's what I care about.
Do you think the baseball gods will bless us? I think we kind of hit lightning in a bottle last offseason when Bregman signed with the Red Sox while we were recording. Like, the odds of that happening. Like, what if the baseball gods are like, you guys kind of had too hot of a year. I'm going to have him sign with the D-backs while you're recording.
That's my fear is the opposite 100%.
Yeah.
And I think coming off of that time down on the field and all that, and,
celebrating we had a hot year.
Game 1 too. I mean, place was buzzing. It's like, I do feel I'm looking over my shoulder. Like, what's the bad thing?
Yeah, the merch did well. Made the playoffs. Got Bregman.
Plenty of bad.
Got Crochet.
Happened.
I was about to say
it wasn't just all good. It was a lot of bad. So hopefully we're not due for a bad. I want to be due for a good.
Yeah, I want a good.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I stopped asking for deals because you asked for deals, and then Craig goes, "Here goes Luis Perales out the door." It's like, all right, no deals.
Yeah, chill with the deals.
I was very rude to Martha's family when that trade happened. We were in the middle of dinner, and I legit got up and just left without saying anything.
I just went dinner. You know what? Fuck you.
Like, mid-conversation, I looked down at my phone. I was like, I have to leave. And I just went right up.
Just walks out the door. Doesn't even close the door.
I had no time.
Right out the front door.
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't see anything. It was just me and the phone.
No, it was insane.
When's the last time I had a reaction like,
You talking Devers trade? Is that Devers?
No, Luis Perales.
Last night.
Oh, Perales. Okay.
Yeah, for a guy who's never Father's
Day for a second.
Before. Yeah.
No, my dad's dead.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, I wasn't celebrating.
Yeah,
that's fair.
All right.
Oh, we're only on page 2 of my notes.
What else you got, T?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
I swear to God, you better bring me something like spicy.
The Wilson Contreras stuff is new. Does that count?
Sure.
Okay,
it's not spicy, but it's not something where I'm like, don't bring that up ever again.
For those at home, buckle up. We have 2.5 pages of notes coming up here.
Yeah, we're on hour number 3.
And that's not like a lie because he said he had 4.5. So if he's got 2 down, he's got 2.5.
I'm just going to highlight it. The Red Sox inquired about Evan Phillips. Not going to sign until 2026.
I thought you fucking just brought me Wilson Contreras. Now you're talking about Evan Phillips.
Oh, you want to get into Wilson Contreras?
I mean, it's worth more than just a mention. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote an article on the Sports Hub breaking it down from like a metric standpoint. But the Red Sox have been connected to him. It was first Cotiyo that linked them. Katie Wu followed up with a report on Saturday night saying the Red Sox had significant interest in Contreras. And since the clubs have been talking in a lot of deals, there's obviously a lot of familiarity. They know each other's farm system. Heim with Boston clearly knowing it pretty damn well. No deal was close, but something worth monitoring. I think Wilson Contreras would be a very good alternative at first base. And in that second, kind of tier hitter, not the big bat. You need a bigger bat than that. But if it's Wilson Contreras at first, who was 6 outs above average, this past year, it was a 123 OPS plus. What'd you say?
I didn't realize he was that good.
Yeah, he was very good. 4th best mark in all of baseball amongst first basemen. But a 123 OPS plus in about 138 games. He's owed $18 million in 26, 18.5 in 2027. Team option for 2028 at 17.5 with a $5 million buyout. But someone who just metric wise would really hit well at Fenway Park. Over the last 2 seasons, his 130 WRC plus is the 25th best mark in the sport, minimum 800 plate appearances. And then he's 8th in expected WOBA for first baseman in 2025. That's better than Freddie Freeman, Vinny Pasquantino, and Josh Naylor.
All right.
Who ranked number 1? Pete Alonso.
Chill with that.
And the pull air percentage took a massive jump this year from him. Went from about 15% to 19%. That's the stuff you're looking for. Why we like Kazuma Okamoto. It would play at Fenway. And I know some people bitch about the games. Dude, in 2024, he got fucked by injuries. He got his forearm snapped while catching, which he doesn't do anymore. And then he broke his finger while at the plate. And like, you want to cite games played over the years. He was a catcher. Like, clearly there was a lot of balancing and there's some injury concern there, but played 138 games this past year. With how bad first base was for you last year, this would be a massive improvement, and it shouldn't cost much in terms of prospect capital, even if they decide to eat a little money, but it should fit within the books. And maybe there's a couple other pieces in St. Louis that make sense, whether it's Jojo Romero or Jimmy Crooks. I'd be happy looking at both of those guys.
All right. What else?
We did the Evan Phillips.
Yeah, we did it.
Yep. And lastly, just the Michael King stuff.
What about it?
G-Bob got absolutely dunked on by Cotiyo after saying, I have the exact wording here. He reported the Red Sox, Orioles, and Yankees were all in on King, and he was open to making a decision soon. Then Cotiyo followed up saying those teams are among a number of teams talking to King, but there's no set time frame. And then G-Bob retracted his report.
What a dumbass.
And Cotiyo will talk more about that on the 10 on Friday.
On Friday. Yeah, and Sean McAdam.
Mm-hmm. Who has never been on this show, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Never been on the show. And when we did, I forget what the segment was. There was just like one segment that we did. We were still in New York. And I was calling every single Red Sox reporter that I had on my phone. And I called Sean and he didn't answer. So he did miss his opportunity to make his debut.
Yeah. But now he's going to be ready to roll, I'm sure.
Sean's
been doing it for a minute.
A long time.
He's an OG in this space.
He was at the Projo back in the day.
He's in that photo. Isn't there that like throwback photo with him, Buckley, Shaughnessy, I would assume, is in there?
Buck, Shaughnessy, someone, Jerry Krasnick, maybe?
I think there's one that I didn't recognize, yeah.
The Kraz?
Big Kraz, yeah.
Wow.
Buck's the man. I love Buck. I still hear him just like asking Drake May questions. I'm like, this guy's still doing all the sports. He's going everywhere.
Buck is first ballot Hall of Famer for me.
He also writes his columns on The Athletic in like the old school way. Like, I don't feel like people write columns that way anymore. Where it's just like very just in his tone. There's not a bunch of numbers or whatever. It's just kind of him breaking it down from what he sees, and it flows together well, and there's a strong narrative, and you get to the end and you're like, oh, that wrapped up well.
Very hard to do, by the way. I feel like there's so many articles, and T, you read more of them than I do, but when I do, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't have any like feeling to it. This isn't like coming from a person. It's just kind of on a website, but Buck has a good way of breaking through that and making it more personal. Just kind of feel like someone's actually given their opinions on something instead of just, there's a million. Dude, the amount of sites out there now, especially this time of the year, the baseball calendar.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that just all say the same
what's
shit.
What's your favorite website?
My favorite website?
Yeah.
I mean, twitter.com, I guess technically, because I'm on there the most.
Yeah. It's more of an
be
app.
Up there.
I'm going to count that as an app.
There's one this time of year that I use a decent amount. It's like the NFL playoff simulator to see, you type in you click on the results and see if the Pats can get a bye.
Yeah.
It's
a good one.
What else would be on there?
But that's not like applicable like year round. Like, what's your favorite like year round? No matter what month I throw at you, you can use this website. What's your favorite one?
I got one.
The one that I use the most?
Yeah.
Year round? Well, not these months. I love Savants. I love baseball Savants.
That's not year round. You're not listening to the question. Yeah. Like, what's your favorite website like year round? No matter what the...
year round?
Year round.
Can T go first?
Well,
Section10merch.com.
What?
It's a great answer. Section10merch.com.
Section10merch.com.
I mean, obviously that's my answer. I'm the number one buyer.
That's true. I mean, that
is that what you were trying to get him to say?
No. I was just curious. I was just asking him the question.
Wait, why does Savant not work? I look at Savant in the offseason for free agents.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, Ketel Marte, it's on fire. It's bloody as hell.
Coley?
Probably xvideos.com.
I thought that's what you were going for. You're like, what do you want here? What are you digging for?
No,
just the truth. That's all I ever want.
Yeah, just the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be honest. But if Steve says section10merch.com, like it's true.
Mm-hmm. But he could just like go on once a month during the drop, buy everything and be out. Like he might not be on there every day.
Yeah, I wouldn't say every day. I'm probably on there once or twice a week. Because I will say, like, we'll drop some stuff on there without announcing it. That's how I found out about the ornaments. It was just like, we got ornaments on there now. Like, it wasn't necessarily announced. Obviously, then I tweeted it out, but there's some surprises on there.
I didn't realize.
You
know.
And then the mystery box purchases have been a big deal. People have loved those.
Yeah, people like the mystery box.
3 shirts, baby.
They killed at the event, too.
Yeah. Yeah, the mystery pack is 3 shirts. Could be anything.
People like a mystery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what else is on the docket, T? Anything?
If I say the next one, I'm going to get tossed, so I'm not.
Could it be that bad?
Just tell me. Jared, no one else is listening. Just tell me what it was.
You sure? Is this a safe place?
Yeah, get ready.
Not.
Danny Coulomb.
Who the fuck?
The lefty. He's one of the better lefty relievers in the sport.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Danny Coulomb checking in.
Danny Coulomb. He used to pitch for the Orioles.
If that's the enunciation.
Did I say it wrong?
I'm asking. I read it like Coulomb.
Who is that?
But he's
a lefty reliever.
The Orioles.
Yeah, he was with the Rangers last year.
Danny Coulomb?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Coulumbe.
Coulomb.
So he looks like Columbo, but it's not Columbo.
Yeah,
and
Danny
if he
Coulomb?
comes here,
yeah, the pronunciation's cool and then Lohm.
What about him?
Coulomb, maybe.
The Red Sox have checked in on him, and as they're trying to find out their lefty in the bullpen to replace Justin Wilson, he'd be honestly a really good find. A lot different profile than what Justin Wilson was, but still misses enough bats, but he's a beast at creating weak contact. Savant Page is pretty good looking. He just sits like 90, 91.
So, yeah.
RottenTomatoes.com.
Rotten Tomatoes is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Rotten Tomatoes is good. What do I look at?
Yeah, what
Sox
do you look
prospects?
at? Huh?
Sox Prospects is a good one. True Media.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, you're on the media pretty frequently.
Yeah, every day.
If I could take one thing from you, it would be that.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be unstoppable.
I got a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Obviously, you wouldn't take my gym.
Yeah, that's a good question. What's the top Jared thing?
What do you mean by that?
Definitely something from your.
Well, let's not move past that. What do you mean by that?
I was just calling you a little piggy. That's all.
A piggy. Wow. Okay, Munchkin. Yeah. How's that feel? Shortcake?
Yeah, I bet you'd say Munchkin. That's all you eat.
Fuck. Damn it.
You know, if Jerry immediately laughs at it, he's like, yeah, I got him there.
Yeah, he's buying time.
Little Piggy's just so disrespectful.
Little Piggy.
If it were sincere.
This is uncalled for. This is mean.
Hey, you opened the door. You started.
You opened the door. I didn't say anything.
No. Earlier, you started earlier. I just waited. I bided my time to retaliate.
It's like the third time you've called him fat this episode.
I was about to say, I can't wait to see Ace. I can't wait to see that.
I don't know if he's just been screaming out short stuff. You're like, listen up,
yeah,
Piggy.
He did. He made several references.
He called Sonny Gray short, which is
I know, you didn't even,
which hurt your feelings.
You.
Even though I'm the same height as Sonny Gray as well.
You're not, though.
I'm 5'10".
Metabolism for me. That's what I would take.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
I would love it.
Yeah,
I'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than trying to gain weight, but I like lose weight. You would be disgusted if I told you how much I've been eating recently, and like I step on the scale, I'm like, I lost 2 pounds.
I've never you eat so much, maybe not even quantity, but you don't eat great like myself, yet you're the lightest on the show.
I have been though.
No, but I'm saying normally. To me, you've looked like this. Cully, how long has Jared looked like this? Like this version of Jared with like the hair, basically back to the buzz. When was the buzz? 18?
Yeah.
So it's been 7 years. You've looked exactly like this. Like it hasn't been any different with the beard and everything. And I'm saying weight too. It's doesn't fluctuate at all.
2019, I was like 160 pounds. I was like about to die. I was on the doorstep of God.
Anyway,
that happens.
Yeah. Anyways, Red Sox win 6-2.
Mm-hmm. Weather look ahead.
Yeah. Give me the weather for Christmas.
Where?
Boston. Where?
North Pole.
I didn't know if you're looking for your hometown. I don't know. Grant said you wouldn't want to say that on the show.
No.
Let's see.
I couldn't possibly have people know that I'm from Saugus.
No, you never mentioned that. Meant your current town.
It's basically Saugus.
Essentially, yeah. Any time specifically on Christmas?
4 p.m.
Okay. 4 p.m. first pitch on Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
What's it looking like?
Fenway Park Christmas weather look ahead.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Chew them with your mouth.
You chew them with your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
4 p.m. first pitch, partly cloudy. It is 32 degrees. A 24% chance of rain. But we should be fine. 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to the west on Christmas at Fenway Park. Now, fans, you already know this, but that sun is setting soon after first pitch. It's going to get down to 24 degrees by the end of the game, so dress accordingly at Fenway Park.
What about Christmas Eve? Are we gonna have snow on Christmas Eve or no?
What time you want that game to start?
1 p.m.
Weather look ahead.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, Fenway Park, 1 p.m. first pitch for the Christmas Eve showdown at Fenway. Mostly sunny, 37 degrees, a 0.1% chance of rain, 12-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to right field, and sun is going to set around the end of the game. So that sun will be out, folks, through inning number 9. I can't talk about extra innings, so hopefully they wrap this thing up in 9. That is your weather look ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth.
So you're telling me it's not going to be a white Christmas?
No. When's the last time it was?
I don't know, dude. You're the weather guy. The fuck are you asking me for?
It's been a while. I can't remember the last
2014.
time. 2014. We'll take his word for it.
Blizzard.
Sure.
Whatever year Cog
Dude, it snowed every 2 days, 2014.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah.
It's just schlepping up to Nesson to get yelled at every day. It was fun.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, final thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Final thoughts. I was watching KFC Radio today, and Kevin's like, yeah, I got a text from Steve Peralt.
Oh, he mentioned that? That's cool.
A whole segment. He's like, I got a text from Steve Peralt about, like KFC Radio ending and all that. And he's like, yeah, like back in the day, he used to work for like Mail Time. Like he cut the voicemails. And I was like, when the fuck did Steve Peralt work for KFC Radio and Mail Time? Like, when did that happen?
That was over 10 years ago. That was like 2014, 2015. It was one of the first things I did technically with Barstool.
So it couldn't have been 14 because I didn't know you until 15.
Well, yeah, 15. Sorry, 15. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. It was in 2015. I was helping edit Mail Time, and then I would fill in as the editor for KFC Radio.
When the fuck did you do
2015.
that?
2015.
2015.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it sounded like 2015.
Did I know that?
I think you set me up with Kevin. Add it to the list. Are you tossing yourself here? What are you...
Looking for a button.
Yeah. I think I was telling you, like, I was looking to get more experience doing that. You know, like, oh, I think the KFC Radio guys are looking for something. I'll put you guys together. And we had an email thread back and forth.
Dude,
so yeah, sent Kevin a nice message.
Look at I'm creating opportunities, man.
Great job,
I'm telling you.
Hey, you know what? You're welcome, Steve.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No, that's a hell of a show, man. I used to listen all the time. I liked helping out early on, but
very
sad to hear it's over. Shout out Jared, though.
Thank you, guys. Hey,
putting everything together.
You're welcome. Hey, don't mention it. Not a big deal. You're welcome, guys.
So what was what was your reaction when you heard my name? You're like, what are you talking about Steve for?
What? No. My reaction was when I
brothers or something?
What I just said.
Related?
I was like, Steve Peralt working for Kevin? Oh, what the fuck? I was like, when did that happen?
Dan? He calls in.
This didn't happen. And then Kevin would tell you you're the one that set it up, actually.
I mean, I was talking to Kevin today while I was watching it, but I don't think I was like, Steve Peralt. I don't know.
That wouldn't have been the top thing. I'm surprised he even mentioned it on the show. But yeah, sent him a nice message.
Oh my God, it was a whole...
There's no way it was this long. This had to be like a 2-second thing.
Oh, it was...
Hearing your name, if Jared hears your name and you're not there, it must. There's an eternity. It must have been
100%.
Jared
He's like, what is going on here?
No,
it was a great show, dude. I love the non-pod content they did just as much as the stuff they did in the show. They did some good vlogs. Kevin and Fights were great
KFC.
together.
Yeah,
both of them. And then obviously Big Cat early on.
It was a great show.
Was that their last episode, the one with Big Cat? Like ever?
No, I think they have 2 more left.
Remember when what was it, Asa Akira was their third host for a little bit?
Yeah, that wasn't ideal.
Uh-huh. Sure.
They would come into the studio after us, and I'm like, this is interesting.
Actually, Coley was also featured on the episode that I watched today. It was after Action Bronson said that he was going to put Kevin through the wall, and then Kevin,
that was awkward as hell.
Kevin came out of the studio and was like talking all this shit, being like, "Oh, he overreacted. He was a big baby." And Coley was like, "You're talking a lot for a guy that, like, he just left. You could have just said that to him. He was just here."
He's the most Coley response in the world.
He's like, "You're saying a lot of this stuff after he can't throw you through the wall anymore."
I saw that clip on Twitter, and even I laughed at my own joke. What was 7 years later? I was like, "That was a good one. That was pretty good."
That is who you remind me of.
I was thinking it while I was watching it. I was like, "He's doing a lot of talking."
Yeah.
The other person that was super helpful was his brother, Brendan. BC was great. He was awesome to work with. Like I wasn't awesome at producing or editing at that point, and that definitely messed up. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Definitely messed up a couple of times. And he was like, "Nah, it's all good. Just do it like this, and you'll be fine." And would give me good feedback. So shout out to BC.
We never had any issues producing the show in 2015 that I can recall.
I'm talking about like the mail time stuff. I remember there was a file that just wouldn't upload, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
That's what it was. He said
because he got a little upset, and then he like felt bad about it afterwards.
Yeah, he said he like sent you an email being like, "This is my fucking livelihood."
Yeah, he said he basically was like, "We can't have this." Yeah,
yeah. People's lives are on the line. He's like, I just like went back to look at old emails for nostalgia, and like that was the last one, and I didn't get a response. So he's like, "That's good that he's not mad at me," pretty much.
Yeah, no, that was, I'll never forget that, because that was a day where we were having it was like the BR offsite, so I was trying to like sneakily upload that while we were doing a bunch of meetings with Bleacher Report people, and it just wasn't going to go up. And Kevin got pissed. I mean, rightfully so. That the show took forever to get up, and I even messaged him that back too, where it's like, no, people got to get ripped a couple times to be held accountable if you're fucking up. So that was fine. I actually kind of liked that it happened earlier on, and then Jared took the torch from there.
I did.
I'm saying call me out for stuff. Like you took the torch from there.
No,
he's sprinting with it.
I don't criticize. Hold on. I don't criticize you for your job, Steve. Ever. I criticize you for who you are as a person. That's so different.
Yeah, which I still found, I find that to be just not fair and just not right.
No. I mean, I think,
there's people that come up to me at Fenway, like, dude, he kind of gets on you, man. Like he definitely
no, they don't. You just made that up.
I'm sure T gets that. I'm sure T gets that too.
No.
Yeah, look at that face. Look at that face.
No.
Yep, T gets it
what
too.
What do they say, T?
Is T muted?
He's
definitely muted.
Or he's doing the fake talk thing? I don't know.
T.
What is he doing?
Obviously not words.
T. Nah, that can't be true.
No, it's not much. It's not much.
No.
See, you get people coming up to you saying Jared's a big meanie.
Sometimes, well, I wouldn't say it's Jared. I would say, this is how it's framed.
You is that?
They're
is
like,
that what it is?
they cook the fuck out of you, but you take it really well. That's the compliment I always get. You take it really well.
Yeah,
which is a good sign.
Not just me. You said they.
Yeah, I'm the little brother of the group. You definitely cook me sometimes.
Me? No, I don't.
You don't think you cook me sometimes?
No.
No.
Pags, I don't like to tell you how to do your job, but if you could cut right after that, Jerry calling him a little piggy not 5 minutes ago.
Calling him 350 pounds.
Your Twitter sucks. You're fat.
Yeah. Keep eating, big boy. Like, just cut all that. Put all that together.
Yeah, and then please be sure to put all the times that he provoked me and he said something mean first and I just said something mean back.
Bags, if you love you. Just cut all that together, please. Thank you.
Yeah, and I don't say anything mean about Steve. I just say that he just be kissing at Fenway and stuff.
Yeah, if that's the worst thing I got to hear, that's totally fine.
You got a big head. You got a big head, and you wear the same hat all the time, and you be kissing at Fenway in TikToks.
I've mixed the hats up a little more now, because as you remember, it was that Jurassic Park hat all the time, which you probably hated that shit.
Nah, I don't care. But I don't ever criticize your work or your work.
No, I didn't. I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that.
Because it ain't true.
Yeah, it ain't true. It's true.
Don't let them be lying on you.
No, I know. Dude, just to wrap up real quick on KFC Radio, shout out to those boys.
Yeah, shout them out.
They put in a lot of work over the years, man. That show was going. We were the second Barstool pod, and they were the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were the second one.
It's pretty nuts.
Hank tries to dispute this, but he's just wrong.
I mean,
well, Dave would say Power Hour was first.
Yeah, but that's not a podcast.
I understand the very slight differentiation, but that's what he would and has said.
Yeah. Well, he would be wrong.
And I also have not reached out to Kevin or John because I view them as quitters.
Yeah. Sad day. It's going to be a sad day when that show's over. They got 2 more episodes left. It's a hell of a run.
Did Kevin ever come on this show? Is that a dumb question? I don't remember.
Way back. I think like 2015. Big Cat came on in 2015.
Jeez.
I remember John was a guest in Pete's mom's basement in 2015.
Who was the Yankees guy? JJ? Was that his?
JJ was a guest in Pete's mom's basement.
Like he was there physically?
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
We did go to Dave's house that year. That photo looks like it's from 30 years ago.
That was in 2015 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Show's been around for a minute.
Yeah, we've been doing it. Like, that's why, they were talking about, we've been doing this for, I think they've been doing it for 15 years? 13 years?
It was at least 2013, if not earlier.
Yeah. That's a long time to be on the internet.
I will say, just selfishly for us, and not UT, but this is nothing against UT. This will be our 10th season of Section 10. I know we did the whole 10 years thing, but if you do the math, I think that adds up 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Is that right? 24, 25.
Count the years.
This will be our 10th season coming up. 26 will be season 10.
Yeah. So 24, 25, 26. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, season 10 of the 10.
I think which kind of flows.
Oh.
It's a good point.
Yeah, maybe we do themed drops. Maybe we could do different TV shows, like a Simpsons season 10, Section 10, season 10. Yeah, we can do merch season 10. You know what I'm saying?
Just keep saying it.
Season 10.
Setting that.
It's like Section 10, but it's the 10th season of Section 10.
Season.
I'm making sure we actually do that. Season 10 merch drop.
Season 10. What other, I guess, Friends maybe is a recognizable
The Office.
Logo.
Did Friends get to 10 seasons?
That's not important.
Okay, it just has to be a show that has
just
seasons.
like a notable show.
Walking Dead definitely at 10.
I was gonna say Breaking Bad definitely did
Friends
not get
didn't hit 10.
Oh,
No.
Breaking Bad with like the periodic
Ooh.
table.
Mhm.
Ooh, that would
Well,
go
we do
crazy.
need to remember, like, with Section 10 merch, you don't have to be like correct. Like, you can do whatever you want with Section 10 merch. Like these shows don't need to have 10 seasons.
Customer, I will listen to him.
Exactly. Like there's some shirts that obviously Joey Gundy's reminded us of because he's worn a new one every single day. Where I'm like, that's crazy.
If you did like a fucking full, all that would go crazy, or like a Keenan and Kel. If you did,
do you know All That, Tay?
Yeah, Nickelodeon that had Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you did like something that didn't have 10 seasons, you were walking around in a fucking Angry Beavers font, like Rugrats, like Section 10 shirt, no one would be like, actually, that only had 6 seasons. So that doesn't make sense.
Hey,
Arnold.
Just didn't think Friends hit 10. I wasn't, and I don't think that could be a good shirt either.
I agree. Yeah, I think we got to lean heavy like Nickelodeon, Simpsons.
The Simpsons with everybody in the frame would be kind of cool, like the entire Section 10 family.
So you're saying like we would, because then how does it become Section 10? Because it says Season 10, and then it's what the logo of the 10.
It's like Section 10 in that, and then underneath it, it's like Season 10. How like the DVD box would be like,
and then just like characters from the show.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know
what's going on.
What I'm saying, like, what the hell?
What are we doing?
Like that.
Yeah. I don't know how we would do it, but we have very talented graphic designers who get paid to figure this shit out so we don't have to.
Yeah, it's true. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Section10merch.com.
Yep.
Coley, final thought?
Can't believe of all the pictures of The Simpsons that T could have pulled up, that one was outrageous. There were no clouds. There was no sky blue. And to do that on The Simpsons' birthday, happy birthday
to
the first
Simpsons,
episode
of
The Simpsons. Still one of the more emotional Christmas specials in TV history, and foundational in my entire being. So happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday to The Simpsons. T, final thoughts?
Watching this game from Christian Campbell tonight, probably his best game in the Puerto Rican Winter League. He's up to 9 games. Today was his first one in left field. Couple walks, pulled the ball to left field. Looked comfortable out there as well. Nice to see Christian Campbell getting comfortable because he should only be down there for maybe 6 to 9 more games. He's not playing more than 20. But yeah, nice to see Christian Campbell looking more like himself.
Steve, did I already ask you for a final thought?
No, but I'll give mine. Just shout out to my favorite player on the Red Sox, Cap, for rocking the Jason Tatum jersey, taking BP. He's becoming more of a Boston guy by the week. I love that man. Everything he does, I think, is perfect. So shout out to Cap. And there are 53 days remaining until Red Sox pitchers and catchers report to the fort. Also, Section10merch.com. Try to pass me as the #1 buyer of Section 10 merch.
Hell yeah. 2K, you got anything?
Yeah, I just want to wish you well for your Christmas party this weekend. I wish I could be there, but have a blast. And Steve, I hope you enjoy your birthday party with your dad.
Thank you. Yes. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Mikey, you got any parting thoughts? Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I just love the fellas. I just want to make sure you guys are hydrated at all times.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to be hydrated on Saturday at the Christmas party. That's an alcohol reference. Talking about drinking, you know?
Blue moons.
Yeah.
I'm getting hammered.
Yeah, me too, probably. All right. We'll be back on Friday. Bonus epi with Sean McAdam and Chris Cotiyo of the Mexican Times. Very excited for that. Be sure to check that out. And of course, Section10merch.com. We'll see you then.
Buenas noches, amigos.